Who would
Okay.
like to summarize where'st we were before?
Oh,
Uh,
right.
we uh, Kevin was having a mental breakdown. Um,
They need a physical breakdown.
No. Kevin got exploded.
no, before he got exploded, he was having
Those
a
are
breakdown.
breakdowns.
Then he had a physical breakdown when he got exploded because it turns out John Luke wasn't John Luke. It was the nightmare. We tried to fight it. It kicked our asses, so we ran to the director who explained this is all a dream. And as soon as that choir girl commits suicide, it'll restart, which is really fucked.
That's how dreams work.
There is a little bit before that, I believe, where you had a conversation with the principals. I think that was last section, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also acquired the idol in question, so we've probably done. Excuse me.
That is
Yellen
a,
has taken upon me. We have probably done the thing that Liz wanted us to do.
or at least part
Which
of
is
it. You have something. You haven't suddenly been teleported out of here, so there may have been another step involved. But yes, you have a thing. You have since arrived in the. I'm gonna go ahead and toss a medium at you, Rowan, so that you have it. You're gonna need it.
okay.
Um, you are currently inside the choir building as things are slowly filtering in, including where we last off. The nightmare you had just faced had come inside, and the one who runs the choir department had instructed it to take a seat as it was there a little early.
Mhm.
It is now sitting too large for the chairs in the back and has slowly folded its arms into itself to create features, and its skin has like budded and changed texture, and in the span of a moment or two, it has become a perfect copy of Kevin, sitting in the chair over there.
That's horrifying.
Little bit.
You bastard. We liked Kevin.
The
Like is a strong word.
well, at least one of you did. um,
In spite of everything, we liked Kevin.
so yeah, you can see your old friend just kind of like sitting over there. The posture and attitude coming off of it is all wrong though. Um, already this feels like an incomplete copy as compared to the one of Jean-Luc. Either that or it's just not putting any effort into it because it knows it's not fooling you. Um, but the physicality is spot on. Um, and bit by bit, the choirlings will take their positions to begin warming up. The band director um, will crook a finger toward Evelyn and walk toward kind of stage left, off to the side where there's a warm up room or like a dressing room or something like that, and kind of gesture for you to go inside.
I will nod and go hurry inside.
This does leave everybody else in the other room with the nightmare, but it doesn't seem to be leaping up. Um, once inside, the creature will close the door, um, and rest a hand, with long clawed fingers on the one of the chairs and pull it aside so that you have a place to sit down. And kind of clear his throat a little bit and says, "It will not serve us any good to have you distracted during your performance. You have 5 minutes. Ask what questions you will."
So this is a dream where a girl commits suicide
Correct.
based on, I'm guessing, a girl committing suicide in the canvas.
He kind of tilts his head a little bit and says, "Not a thing I'm certain about. The dream is repetitive. That suggests that she's been back here multiple times. I've never been to the canvas side of this dream. I've never been to the gallery side of this dream. I have no particular desire to leave it."
Fair enough. Um,
It did have a finite beginning, and supposedly it will eventually have a finite end, as do we all.
Fair enough, I suppose. So why do you prefer this place over the gallery? You're a nightmare, no offense, and I thought nightmares like, nightmaring people, terrorizing them.
Why do you prefer the gallery over the canvas?
I look down at my boobs.
There's a bit of a smile that comes from the kind of like various teeth that are on the smiles and say, I would say the area is more suited for you. This one is more suited for me. It was made for me. I'm why it exists.
Right, it was created to contain you.
He waves his hand at the kind of terminology.
Hmm. Um, so you just like playing choir teacher?
He kind of like looks around at the world around him and says, we don't necessarily get to choose why we exist. We do get to choose what we do with that existence. I have a certain passion I was perhaps instilled with when this place was created. Nevertheless, I enjoy it. So why not continue it? And
That's
he kind of gestures out toward the audience that you can't see because you're in the room, but it's off in the direction. And says, as long as the dream persists, dreams, notions from all over the gallery and the canvas can come here and enjoy something that they not get to see elsewhere.
that is quite noble.
He kind of flips his hand and says, or self-serving, depending on what spin you wish to put on it.
Things can be two, both at the same time. Um, how will that nightmare behave during the show?
It's unlikely to cause trouble within the building. It gets what it wants by being here, and it's only gets to stay here as long as the building exists. I'm. He kind of smirks a little bit and says, reasonably certain I could best it in a fight, but I don't particularly have a reason to. It's not bothering me.
Hmm. Uh, and I suppose anyone it eats here will just repeat when the dream begins again.
He sort of uh, cocks his head and goes, not precisely.
Oh,
You're referring to
so
Kevin, I'm assuming.
the fact that apparently he was dismembered, yes.
He nods and says, the trope of Kevin, a rival, has been a thing that has been in the dream since its inception, but it's not always the same person, or the same rendition, or the same execution. It just happened to be on this run through. There will be another rival when the dream begins again, but that particular individual is gone.
I look queasy. Wonderful. Um, thank you for clarifying.
How do we beat this thing?
How
You're
do we
not in there,
defeat?
unfortunately.
Oh, you're right. I'm still traveling from the McDonald's with news of the explosion.
Well, nobody's
Oh,
in
right, yeah.
here. This is just Evelyn getting a
Oh, okay.
conversation with the yeah.
Okay,
So
I misunderstood. I thought the rest of the party had all gone together. That's my bad.
Nope, just Evelyn.
Mm-hmm. Uh, how do we defeat this nightmare?
this is why we can't talk up.
I'm sorry.
No, no. He leans against the wall and says, physically, I'm not certain you can, but you don't specifically need to.
We can just leave.
You have half of what you need. He kind of taps one of the trophies that are in the waiting room and says, the idol is almost certainly what Lace is looking for. The only thing you're missing is where it needs to go. There's probably some sort of guidance somewhere. You'll need to find something in the school. That's the primary set piece. And he kind of waves outward. Somewhere out there will be some sort of indication of location. It will be old. It will look used. It will be here since the dream began. Something that doesn't look like it was new or refreshed.
Okay. So The second piece will be an item that's old and doesn't look refreshed.
Likely has some degree of particular notation on it.
And it will probably relate to the idol in some way. So that should narrow down what we're looking for.
Provided you can find it before that thing does.
Well, good thing I'm distracting it for a little bit.
As long as it's not distracting you. He says somewhat firmly.
Okay. I'll kind of clap my hands and think.
A little fidelity on your shoulder. On your left shoulder is just like, see if he'll get rid of it because it's distracting you. And on your right shoulder, another little fidelity is just like, what if you get out there and you don't have any clothes? It's one of those kind of dreams.
No. I'll say, well, you said you don't want me to be distracted, correct?
He nods and says, at least not to the point that would be beyond anybody who has an important presentation to give.
Well, I'm afraid that nightmare is distracting me. So can you destroy it?
Tough audiences come with the job.
Ooh.
Even ones that physically mean me harm?
Especially the ones that physically mean you harm. Sorry, did you think you were going to escape critics?
You know, I was kind of hoping. This is a dream after all. I'll rub my face.
He kind of shrugs a little bit and says, what's a dream? I'm here, aren't I? Your friend's dead, isn't he?
Thank you for reminding me of that. I will,
Evelyn, do you know the story of the canvas?
that it was painted by the patrons?
He nods, in a manner of speaking, and with a great deal additional detail. They're quite adept at what they do. But that's no more a dream than this is. Just a dream with a better painter.
All right. I just kind of rub my face and I'll say, this has been somewhat of a, what was the term Fidelity used that one time? A mind fuck for me. But I will try my best. During the choir, I actually do quite enjoy this.
You should consider staying.
I'm afraid I have other things I must attend to.
He sighs and goes, it's so tiresome having to train new singers every time. No one ever improves. I get the same audience every time coming back. They expect something new, and I give them a new singer, and every time it's starting from scratch. Maybe it'd be nice to just keep you.
Oh, but I'm not that good. I'm all right. There's no need for that.
I'm sure we could train you better.
I like to imagine he like leans in on that.
No, there's definitely like a pressing look that's coming in here. You're getting an idea for how big this guy is at this point, and if anything, he just kind of seems to be larger. It is actually a trait of this particular nightmare that he seems to be bigger than the room can hold.
I better go get ready. Thank you for answering my questions.
There's a pause before he kind of gets out of the way because he's occupying kind of the space that is like directly in front of you, so there's no easy way around him just due to that kind of size dilation situation. And he will eventually smile and says, relax. Caged birds don't sing well.
Good to know.
But he goes, but he does lift a finger and says, "I expect your best performance out there, and if you succeed, there may be an opportunity for both of us at the end of it."
Yes, sir. Um, Evelyn's mind drifts back to the pet canary my Abigail had when we were children that died in its cage. And suddenly I feel very bad about that. Like, oh, buddy, I know how you feel.
He will get out of the way.
I'll hurry past, and as I do, my clothing will shift to like a very nice red dress, and I'll rush to the others and say, okay, so it turns out that there's a second piece that we need to find, whispering in a huddle.
Just a second before you get to there. One, I don't think you have clothing manipulation. You don't have your instrument.
Right, yes, I don't. Never mind.
There is costumes you can get, but you're gonna have to, good old-fashioned costume in them. They're in the costuming section. Fish through it.
It's never mind then. Then I will
but then before you go talk to them, I need to figure out what they've been doing while you were in this room. So those of you who were left out in the audience with the nightmare as various other notions are filing in with no particular direction. What has the past 5 minutes or so looked like?
I'm on my way.
You are being over as fast as you can be.
Yay.
Probably a lot of eyeing the other nightmare, suspiciously, expecting them to attack at any moment.
They are very kind of curious to look at. It's a spot-on depiction of Kevin, but it either can't or will not do a perfect duplication of his mannerisms. So it's sitting there kind of stock still. It's not really doing the sorts of things that Kevin do. There's no small talk. It is eyeing all of you hungrily. With kind of like irateness, but every once in a while you'll just see one of the eyes drift off toward one person while the other one's staying forward. Like it will it will kind of behave in ways that suggest that it's getting senses from things other than the things that it's actually got. Like it's not listening through its ears. It will kind of like point a hand towards someone or something like that. You are vaguely reminded that every aspect of this thing is kind of wrapped tentacles and new textures.
Mm-hmm.
Also does not seem to be particularly talkative.
Well, I'm not trying to try and involve it in the conversation, so that is okay, at least from my point of view. Otherwise, I mean, by the sound of it, it seems like we'll have to wait until this little performance is over, so might as well settle in and watch.
Where do you all sit? George, did you have a thing you wanted to do?
I'm just kind of sitting there beside the Vinces, just glaring at the nightmare. It's like,
he killed my only friend.
Hey, Nightmare,
It's like-
look at me. Nightmare looks over. Bitch.
Bitch.
it's like all the hate.
Just mean mugging it.
By the time Evelyn gets back out, oh wait, that's right. We fucked that scene up, didn't we? Y'all don't know that he's dead.
Yeah, no, they don't,
Right.
because I'm not there
Yeah.
yet.
Yeah, shit. Well, we're gonna have to retcon a little bit of that.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see how
Yeah,
this
he
goes, and
can
I'll figure out how I work that out. We're gonna have Ambrose bust through the double doors of his high school, quoting that song, and arrive around the time that Evelyn gets out right now. So Ambrose has just arrived, panting, and sees Kevin sitting in this chair.
Everyone will go, that's not Kevin! That's not Kevin! Like,
Well-
shocked and surprised.
We're aware it tried to kill us. Sorry, Tygon.
Kevin's dead. It killed him.
It's like Kevin's dead.
Yes. Hang on. And Ambrose will shrink down and fly over to them so he can like whisper in their ears. Like, he was in pieces in the McDonald's bathroom.
Oh, that bastard.
It was very grisly.
Sorry.
Yes, we are unfortunately aware. It
No, you're
us.
not. We fucked that up. This is the first time you're hearing about it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll kind of cover my mouth, and I'll say, "Oh God, I think I'm gonna be
I
sick."
think maybe that's why it's taking his form.
Should I do a resolve save?
What are you trying to resist doing? You did recently try to tinker with this thing and got your butt mightily handed to you.
I know, but my character has a history.
Yeah, you could if you want to. I would I guess it depends on how much he thinks circumstances have changed in the past, what, like 10 minutes?
Thinking doesn't have anything to do with it.
He killed my boyfriend.
That just seems to be a pattern with this guy.
You didn't
Yeah,
kill Ambrose.
do a resolve save.
He didn't kill
Alright.
Jean-Luc that we know of. We freed him.
You appear to have saved your resolve. You are able to hold back for one reason or another.
Sitting there, just like red-faced, vein in my temple.
You can actually see additional irateness coming from the kind of simulacrum that's sitting over there. And various sounds kind of emerge from it musing-wise that sound almost like grinding teeth or discontent, but it's hard to figure out what it's mad about. Because it clearly wasn't trying very hard to like hide. You saw it turn into this.
I'd like to muse the equivalent of like hiding my mouth from the teacher and mouthing, "I'm going to kill you." Like, I was gonna like Michael from The Office this.
There is a weird sort of like, it's like interesting how to describe this. You have formed these concepts into some kind of understandable language via the vibration of pain. That y'all have come to interpret as some semblance of language, but it works despite not having any attached words. It's kind of like speaking in combinations of feeling and shared understanding. You project this hostility toward the nightmare, and the feeling that you get coming back from it is sort of like, like like you told somebody, I'm gonna fucking, shit on your face, and they sat down and opened their mouths. Like, this thing's just eating it up. Like, it's like, give me your hate and anything else you're willing to project. You can almost see the words being consumed as though they are enriching it.
I was afraid of that. I was afraid its response was going to be "Nom, nom, 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 nom." Oh, your tears, Scott Offerman. They're so delicious.
Around this time, the theater will begin filling up with various other notions, and a couple of humans too. There's some watching. They are sort of delightfully oblivious. as they're kind of wandering in and thinking that they're next to them, you can actually see one sit next to Kevin, say hello. There is some semblance of Kevin that kind of grunts at them. They look a little confused and like, that seems unlike him. You are able to gather by watching this that even the other humans think that Kevin is behaving strangely. But they don't seem to know particularly why. They're just kind of, he's a cantankerous fellow to begin with. Also, seeing him in the choir audience is a little confusing, but here he be. Um, and some various other stuff, including some families of the things and parents that you recognize from the dinner that you had the other day. These are the parents of Amanda. Amanda herself is not present. They do not appear to be particularly alarmed, but a little sad. They are sitting there next to a chair that it looks like they kind of expect to be filled, but she hasn't shown up.
Press the sadness.
Did you shared the I'm sorry, Emily.
Oh,
Rowan, you shared the Evelyn shared the news about the second location
Yeah.
situation, right?
Yes.
that's the thing we should do now, because I stopped that because Ambrose had showed up and we needed to catch up. But at this point, Evelyn can share whatever she wants to share.
I will say there's a second thing we need to do before we can leave. The choir teacher said.
Does it kill this motherfucker?
No, it's an item that should be related to the idol. It wasn't completely clear. But it should be old, like the dream is.
Out of character, I believe it was we have to put it somewhere
Yes.
that is old.
And we have to put the idol there.
It was the item will indicate someplace where the idol's supposed to go.
Yes. It'll
Do,
indicate.
do I remember anything like that? Maybe a building or something? That this might match this description?
Do a mind perceive.
Oh, I don't think I'm good at that. Oh well.
Everybody can do one, and I guess see how that goes.
Okay.
Wait.
Let me open my sheet. real quick.
It is indeed one.
Oh,
It
nice.
is to say,
Okay.
what was it? Mind? Did you say mind perceive?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the rest of you doing it because the one that mattered most was actually Tygon's.
Okay.
It was just more to see if anybody else could kind of pick up hints.
Okay.
But Tygon has passed. Something old, something that has been notated, something that's been here since perhaps the dream began, and indicates some semblance that has to do with the idol. Gosh, that sounds like the sort of thing that might be in a history book.
Oh my god.
Of course, the history book that's been written in.
It's like, okay, hey Evie, do you mind if I sneak out during your concert?
Please do.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to find that and figure this mess out, or I'm gonna fucking fight this guy.
Okay. God, I'm so sorry about Kevin.
I'm just like, kind of like, there's a moment where, the mask well, he's not wearing a mask right now because he's in a human disguise to look like
We-
human guys.
We got it.
Where his face has just a moment of pain written on it, and he was like, "It's not a big deal. He wasn't real anyway."
Just like all the other people in my life.
God damn, Emmy.
You are you heading out now?
No, I'm gonna wait till the performance starts.
Yes.
Okay. Um, that's fair. The director comes in and kind of gives his gives his welcoming speech, thanking everyone for attending the last concert of the season. Giving a special introduction to Evelyn, who he introduces specifically as I'm trying to figure out what he's going to want to call here. No, I think it's just going to be to our new lead singer Evelyn, um, and applauds for all of your hard work. It feels a bit more staged than you kind of used to seeing him. He's clearly, this is the last concert of the season. The dream is supposedly going to restart. And if you understand the cycle properly, typically singers don't last from one cycle to the next. So you do kind of get this sort of like pang of, this is my last show.
Yep.
That's coming through. The subtext is lost a little bit on the rest of the people, but they do look a little confused. You kind of get the idea that the singers in your backup singers, essentially the other people in the choir, are a little confused by the various declarations that he's making, but like he's not particularly concerned because presumably when this ends, they're all restarting anyway. He's talking primarily to the audience, who comes back loop after loop to see the next show and kind of being impressed by it. And he says, in courtesy to our talent, the doors will remain closed throughout the performance, and the doors all lock.
Son of a bitch.
I'll just grin and then I'll kind of glance at him. With the silent thing of why.
You're not getting much from the choir director. He's in business mode.
Yeah.
Like as soon as the doors lock, I'm actually saying like he's actually like, oh son of a bitch.
The stands are full, by the way. Like this auditorium is packed. And you can probably count the human attendees on like two hands. You are getting the kind of idea that the kind of cultural outlet that this provides might just not really be a thing in Gallery, and certainly isn't in the canvas. There is a unique subset of Notion kind of collective culture in this room. Despite the fact that you can't really seem to strike up a conversation with any of them, it's anyone's guess if they even know how to speak. If you attempt to muse toward them, they will respond and react, and you'll get various emotions or pictures or colors or something like that. But language appears to be a thing outside of most of their grasp.
All right.
Just as a side, it took me a while to get it. Because it was talking about, the audience always expect new things. How can they when the dream reset? But of course the notions wouldn't reset.
Yeah. The notions keep coming back. He's upset because he keeps losing his singer.
Right.
But it was just the veiled threat there. Why don't you stick around? Why don't I make you stick around? But he apparently decided that that was just going to result in bad singing. He will tap the stand, and the concert will begin. Why don't you give me a community exert and communication?
All right. I'm pretty good at that. Actually, no, I'm not.
I thought you buffed that recently.
Comms I'm good at. My community exert is not the best.
Okay.
It's only one.
You can do it.
You can do it. Look at that. Evelyn
give the
coming
performance
on
of my goddamn life.
The first half of the performance is angelic. You are singing at your best, and it is going wonderfully. Director seems pleased. The choir also seems pleased. They're all doing a great job. But the kind of medium that is dripping from the room just by the presence of all these notions is coalescing into sort of beautiful colors in the background. It's you were in something the size of this kind of school auditorium, but it feels so much larger right now. The walls are just kind of getting pushed back. Um, it is to onlookers and to yourself the sort of embodiment of somebody whose dream might have been to perform in this concert. The only thing that's really kind of distracting you is one, there's a murderous nightmare in the front row, or at least a few rows back from the front row, watching you, waiting for you to finish so that you can be dismembered. Um, and a few rows behind them are the kind of actively crying parents of Amanda. And it's difficult to really put your finger on of like presumably if Amanda had already died, this dream would be over and they wouldn't be here. Amanda is missing as far as they are aware. Has not attended this, and this was probably the concert of her life. It looks it standing in the position that you're currently in.
I'm really sad.
But singing well.
It's all right.
Mhm.
She'll wake up and be fine.
Channel that emotion.
Use it.
Do it.
The first half
Feel
will
it.
conclude, and you get a breathing break. 5 minutes if y'all want to act.
I am going to try to sneak out
Those doors
regardless.
are not given.
Are there any vents or windows or
Not windows in this place. You might be able to like. You can't get backstage. You can go find the bathrooms. See if there's like a window through there. You might be able to get through.
we'll try?
You will in fact find the bathroom. There's a line. Eventually you clear in. Inside the bathroom, there is going to be an exterior window. It's kind of petite, but you might be able to magic your way through there. Oh, actually, you're gonna have a hard time doing that. You can't get any smaller than a small horse.
You know, Ambrose could
Yeah,
though.
there's somebody else who might be able to do that.
So there's some very small horses.
I don't think you
Not
get
like
this
can
one.
fit through a half window.
Yeah, this is a little half window at the top so that people aren't peeking into the bathroom.
Unless you turn into like one of those really prehistoric, like first toed horses that are like the size of a rabbit. I don't think you get
He's just gonna turn into a deek deek.
Yes. Or a poodoo.
Mhm.
Yes,
Those are deer.
those are deer.
Those are deer.
You're not a deer. Listen, the rulebook says no smaller than the smallest member of the horse family.
Your killjoy, Emmy.
I know it.
Okay, well I'll get the idol out. It's like Ambrose. Do you think you can? I can't get out of that through this window because my enormous balls are way too big.
You killed Tygon.
I wasn't. I'm not sure I needed to hear about the size of your balls, but okay.
Yeah.
I
Well, I'm not going to
just
blame
show
anything
me,
else.
show me where to go.
I don't. Here, take the idol. It might show you where to go. Do you know where the history book is? I think it might be. Is it in just like hold? I mean, maybe we need to ask Vince and Vincetta. Maybe it's in their locker.
Okay.
Anyways, here, put this in your pocket.
Emmy,
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
What would be reasonable for me to have left that book?
I believe the locker is probably the best bet.
All right.
Yeah. Because I don't think y'all are necessarily bringing them back for homework.
Yeah.
So that's probably just where it ended up.
All right, I wanted to check because I did not put any thought on where I might leave my school things.
Yeah, I think they're probably just in the lockers.
Also, at least the average German school does not have lockers. So
You know, weirdly enough, none of the ones I've ever been to did. No, they did too. The high school did.
Oh.
Yeah, no, we've got them. So they are over here.
We had lockers at like every place I've been. We had lockers.
I didn't have lockers in elementary school, but I did in junior high and high school.
Yeah, there's a locker somewhere that you have been assigned.
okay, then it is there. Continue.
Go on, Ambrose.
Okay, I will take the idol and put it in my pocket, which would put it in the mezzanine.
Yeah, real quick though, don't you have a bunch of food in there?
Oh, fuck, I think I have our bento box.
Yeah, I think your pocket is full. Or at least one of them
Okay.
is. I thought you had ingredients
I
maybe in
will.
the other one.
No, because we traded that special ingredient that we got,
Hmm.
which was in my pocket, for part of the thing going to the inkwell.
Okay, so you still have an open one. You can fit it in the open one.
Okay, cool. Then I will do that, and I will flit away through the window.
You dip outside, and are able to get into the night. You can hear the sounds of the murmuring out in the audience as the second half of the concert is going to begin any minute now. Fidelity can rather.
I'll make my way back to my seat.
There is a general like you're being watched by the Kevining, the not Kevin. It notices that you are down a person, and there is noticeable irateness with this.
I flip it off.
um, it actually kind of looks like it's getting up to move before the director comes back out, and it kind of has to like reluctantly slump into its seat. Um, as Evelyn takes the stage for the second half of the concert. Ambrose, the school appears to be largely empty. It is you, the darkness of the night, and a mission.
Dum 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 dum.
Real
Dum.
quick interjection.
Yeah.
As I walk by, back to my seat, I stop and look at the thing. And through my teeth, I just hiss, "Yeah, that's right. He's gone, and he's gonna be back in gallery now, and you can't get out to stop him, bitch." And then I head back to my seat.
uh, uh, Ambrose, you're headed toward the lockers. Do you know which one Vince's locker is?
No, I do not. I
I
only had a
assume
few
that
minutes
information was
left.
probably passed on at some point.
Probably.
Throughout the variety of these school times that you all had shared here. You're able to get off to that locker. It is locked, but it's got little vents that a bee can get through.
I will slip through those vents as a bee.
It is dark on the inside, and you can't get the book out of the locker. but I'm sure you
True.
could probably work out some way to do that. How do you want to deal with
Wait.
this lock situation?
If I, can I open the lock from the inside?
No, it's a padlock. It's on the outside of the locker.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Beans. Can I? What to do? What to do? What to do? If I pull out the idol, will it glow? I will pull out the idol and see if it begins to glow.
It flops out, and it's pretty sizable thing. So as you yank this out of you and still like bee form, it's like Looney Tunesing this giant idol that you pull out. It does not actually seem to glow.
Damn.
You do feel a pull though. It's kind of like has a magnetic attraction to the book that's up there on the second row.
Okay. Well, that at least answers that. So I will get the book down and open it and see if the book doesn't start fucking.
Your overall manipulation inside this wall locker is pretty slim, especially at B size. I don't think you can really get that book open.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
Can
find
I
a way to
make
get these
myself
objects
bigger?
I mean, not in this locker. you you can experience what it is to be locked in a locker at full size. Yes.
Help. Okay. Fuck. Let me think about this for a second. I have to get the book out. There's got to be a way to get the book out. But I can't be big enough to push it through the slot.
It also won't. I mean, those are air holes, not book
That's
holes.
fair.
Yeah.
Shit, I genuinely don't know.
Do a mind perceive.
Okay. 2d10 plus 5. 17.
Nice. Yeah, you're pondering there on as you sit on top of the rather sizable idol, and it occurs to you that the bento box could fit in this locker, and then you would have two pockets.
Okay. I will take out the bento box.
I was
And
Now you have two
I wanted
pockets.
I wanted to suggest you just fly out, set the idol down, fly back in, grab the book.
that also would have
There's
worked.
also that, but then the idol's out of sight. Who knows what I'll do in that case?
That's
Fair
fair.
enough. Other direction. Book outside, then get idol. But same difference. That was a perfectly good solution as well.
Oh my god, all my necklaces are so tangled.
So you pocket the book and the idol.
Yes.
All right, you are able to leave the locker. You'll have to come back to get the bento box, but
Yeah.
um, once you are free of the locker and outside, you can open the book up and have a look at it. It'll as you're kind of fishing through it, you can get to wherever Vincetta's recent bookmark was, which is very near that map that just had a circle on it that said here.
Oh. Well, all right then. I will.
And you can still feel that kind of magnetic attraction between the book and the idol.
Okay, I will take the book and the idol. And can I get within 50 feet of the place so I can muse to them, my companions?
That
Just to say
not.
50 feet of the music hall.
I mean, you can get within 50 feet of the hall. It's just that your companions aren't necessarily within 50 feet of the door. They're
Oh,
out at
that's a
the
good
front of the
point.
thing with the center. So I'm going to say there isn't really a way to do that without going in.
Okay. Then I will put them both in my pocket and I will go inside.
Okay,
Get this
you
little
return.
hobbit.
Heading back out toward the actual concert, right?
Yes.
Okay. As you step back in the building, and the thing catches sight of you again, it appears too calm. Pleased that you have returned. There's almost a smarmy look toward Fidelity, as it appears you have not departed just yet. Second half of the concert for your final standing ovation, Evelyn. Of all the songs to not fuck up,
It's this one.
it's this one.
Okay. Roll again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on.
Close.
I'm gonna twist.
Like we did last
Come
summer.
on. Yes.
That'll do it. Starts off a little more subtle, feeling a little more subdued. People were wowed by this initial one. They're kind of giving you some time and some credit to see what's going to happen here. You can see that Ambrose has returned. It is now setting in on you that the final moments of this particular event might be upon you. And there doesn't really seem to be a solution for either Kevin or Amanda. Um, it has your voice a little shaky. Um,
Mhm.
but you are reminded of those classic uh, show adages. It must go on.
You're
And pull
reminded.
out. What's that?
I say you're reminded of the classic plunder. Never get into Orlando or in Asia.
Yes, you're somehow reminded of the great words of Freddie Mercury, who was dead, born and died long after your time.
Never start a
The show must go on. Um, and you pour on the medium. What does this look like?
I close my eyes, and yes, I'm a bit shaken with what has happened to Kevin and Amanda, and the fact that I can't really seem to help them. But I shut my eyes, and uh, sorry, I take a deep breath and shut my eyes, and I begin to sing. And as I do, my hands and feet begin to grow scaly, and feathers pop out of my hair. Uh, and I become very much less human.
At the climax of her song, she lays an egg.
No.
Enriched as your voice is, with your bird-like vocal cords, it carries the tune that much better. And as your song comes to an end, the audience rises in triumph. The applause, again, isn't human applause. It's a strange and different thing to hear, but a little different than last time where it kind of felt more alien. This time it just kind of feels more genuine, having heard it before. This is how this particular audience applauds, and they are very pleased with the show they just received.
I will smile and bow.
There's a renewed one. The choir behind you looks, absolutely pleased. As far as they're concerned, everything went off without a hitch. Some of them are giving you an odd look. They didn't know about this part of the costuming, but sometimes special effects kind of add to the thing. The place was shiny there for a minute, so they're
Yeah,
all
words for
excited.
it.
Their parents are standing and cheering, and there's this kind of like half-hearted cheer that's coming from like Amanda's parents. They have uh, risen up and are kind of looking for the door a little bit. A few other people are filing out. Included in the groups of folks that are beginning to file out as the concert is concluding is the other nightmare. It is moving for the door, presumably to be ready on the outside. The area inside here is kind of a no combat zone, so it is exiting. You can almost catch, like, you feel like you're being watched even though its eyes aren't on you as it's leaving.
Mm.
Um, and before you on stage is the director, who has a pleased smile and kind of gives you a nod. That'll do.
That'll
That'll
do,
do,
pig.
bird. That'll do.
that'll that'll do. Y'all can talk to each other real quick as people are filing out.
There's a page in the book. I have both of them. I had to leave the bento box in your locker, so we have to go back for that. But there's a place that's circled on the map. It just says here, and I think that's where we take it.
Show me.
Okay.
I will pull the book out of my pocket and show them.
With the idol or just the book?
With the idol and the book.
Okay. As you bring the two of them together, they again will kind of attract. The book will end up settling down on top of the idol as though held by it. It was this kind of sweeping, kind of massive tentacles in the book held by it, and as it does, it cements into the world. It just kind of like locks onto the stage, and a tunnel emerges behind it. You
Oh,
recognize the energy it's giving off. This is a fence post now.
nice.
Oh.
The director is watching this kind of take place, and he's got this. It's a difficult to read look on his face, or what amounts to his face. But he's not stopping you.
Should we go back to the bento and risk fighting that thing?
Think you could? Do you think you could sneak past?
Me?
Probably not.
No, 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 Ambrose.
I might be able to. Would you like me to try?
Maybe try to go out the window, and we'll like watch out the front door.
Okay. I will be back. And I will attempt this.
Are y'all going to the front door to look?
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm going out the bathroom window.
All right. Ambrose, I need stealth from you. So
Okay.
do a body exert and sneak.
Okay. Body exert is 1. Sneak
Wait,
is 2.
before you
13
roll
and
this,
3. Yeah.
John,
Yes.
don't fuck this up.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just messing
I
with
have a
you.
17.
That is not fucking this up. That is pretty sneaky beaky.
Yay.
You buzz out softly. Nobody's really sure how you perform a soft buzz. It's kind of like that scene in Star Wars episode, I don't know, 5, where like Anakin's there cutting into the Sand People village and sneakily does it, and his lightsaber just makes less noise. Like he just hits
Yeah.
the stealth button on the lightsaber and it goes bzz, bzz. Fucking like wildly weird. There's suddenly a stealth option on this lightsaber. But you buzz out quietly, taking off into the night to tear off and go grab the box, which you do not actually have a hard time getting since you were able to get out. Outside, there are people mingling. There are notions that are kind of chatting with each other. There are things just kind of spreading out and going off and doing their own things. And then directly, like some 50 feet ahead of the door, is this fully formed nightmare that is part like Kevin and part just like squid thing. And it's just standing there staring like you've only got one way in and out of this room. I will wait for you here.
And then I will fly back and get that bento box.
You get it and are able to return.
Hell
All right,
yeah.
let's leave.
Do the tunnel.
I will bow to the choir director and I'll say, "Thank you for the experience."
He smiles and says, "To be honest, one of our finest concerts."
Thank
Evelyn, he appears to be considering for a second. Says, "You have a long way to grow in this particular vocation, but I think you have the means of doing it if you stuck to it."
My chest feathers pop up, and I say, "Thank you,
Come
sir."
back and learn with me.
Okay. I say, I'll smile and I'll say, "I'll be back when I can." And
He kind of says, "There may be a way to save Amanda."
I'll keep that in mind. And I will curtsy and I'll step into the portal.
I need a 2-minute break if that's okay.
Sure.
It's my fault. I ran out of drink.
Not gonna ask him how you could save Amanda, huh? Just gonna leave.
No, wait, no. Yes, I'll say.
It's too late now.
It's too late.
Fuck! Come on!
Well, I mean, come on, nothing. You had the opportunity there. It's like, hey, you
I'm
can
an
save.
idiot.
I'll look over and be like, hey, how would we do that?
I'm fucking stupid. You need to remember that, Emmy.
Because people make mistakes. That's good storytelling.
I am screaming behind my muted microphone because I have done that, and so has everyone I know. Every player I've known has have done that. Don't even worry. Oh my god. Screaming though.
He ponders, or he appears to be considering for a second and says, eventually the dream will stop recycling. Eventually Amanda will either actually die or move on. And that means that I lose this place and you lose this opportunity to have a teacher who actually understands how to use your abilities. But if the dream could persevere and persist, you would have a place where you could grow. I've never had a muse as a singer before. He kind of taps the podium and says, I have heard stories that there is a variety of your kind, one of the spiders, that has the ability to anchor a dream so it doesn't dissolve. If you can bring one of those spiders here and anchor this dream, it would no longer need to have a dreamer to exist.
And
It's like, oh,
I say, we can do that.
oh, did you let her not step out yet?
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just, he says there's no way to save Amanda on this run through. So here's hoping that the next time you come back, we still exist.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Director. And I'll curtsy.
He will nod. What were you saying, George?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I think it's done.
I was just catching up.
Okay. Are you back?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I just needed to run some water up to John, and that requires me to step out of headphone range twice. And I missed little tiny, very, very, very short little bits, but I'm all caught up now.
There is nothing that you know of stopping you from going through this tunnel at this time.
I'm just like looking through the tunnel, and I'm just gonna look up, and it's like, Lace, I have a favor.
I don't think you're going to get a response to that here.
Okay, I'll step through.
Okay.
If I don't hear anything, like there's just no response at all, I'll just be like, okay, fair enough, and then I'll just like
travel hither. Anybody else have any last minute things before they head out? Ambrose, you have returned with the box in your pocket.
Yep. And I don't have anything to say because I don't know this man from Adam. So
it's like,
he was
oh
just
wait,
there for everyone else. What?
sorry, once like when everybody else steps through, I'm gonna turn and run and like just crack the front door and just flip off the nightmare and run back and hop through.
You petty fucker.
Just like, you lost.
Vincent will look around. So, despite everything, was kind of nice to go to school again.
It was.
Jessica will be all right.
It's like, she'll reset.
Yeah, but still. Then Vincetta will say, "Yeah, it's true, but was, I guess, time to grow up again." And they
Evelyn
will step
is
through the tunnel together.
Yeah, and Fideli's just like, Evelyn was smart. She had a chance to do it over again, and she did what she wanted. I did the same damn thing.
Got my friend killed again by a giant space monster.
True,
Fucking
it's
every
true.
time.
With this, I don't know who this Al-Azif guy is. I'm sorry, I don't know who this Al-Hazred guy is, but this stupid book of his keeps messing everything up.
I believe that was El Hazard, and it was a different adventure.
No,
The
Al has read
Magnificent
as the
World,
writer of the Necronomicon.
or as it is called, Al-Azif in his native language.
Yeah.
I had
Y-
a, sorry.
if nobody else has business in this world, y'all can step through.
Yay.
The tunnel will kind of depart behind you and then close up as the idol and the book kind of shoot forward. Um, Actually, I think the book is staying behind. That's part of the dream. It was brought in on the first run, so the book stays behind. The idol kind of shoots forward and ends up in somebody's hand, whoever's closest to it. And you are kind of shuttled down this tunnel, almost like a water slide. Like the momentum of it snapping closed behind you
Whee!
is shoving you forward until you eventually emerge at like a brisk walk in uh, a really overgrown sort of forest. Um, and directly in front of you in this overgrowth, just twisted branches and gnarled trees and the kind of scent of like just like bog water, like stagnant water, is in this place. Uh, um, Puddles that have just never drained out, too much precipitation. Um, you can see a stone dais that has space on it to accept this particular idol.
Maybe the Vinces should do it.
I was about to say, please let us.
You have the idol.
Yeah.
You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll like actually together, both of them holding it, just in case it's important. Yeah, we'll put the idol in that spot.
You set it down. It kind of rests in place. And there is a sudden like surge of medium that kind of comes up from the water in the ground. Um, as it kind of begins pushing these trees back, they kind of like retreat, um, coil back inward and are shoved away from the idol as though repelled by it. And as they are shoved further and further back, clearing this area around you, you're seeing dirt kind of pull away, detritus kind of pull away. It's lots rather thick, like the ground is sinking out from under you. It's been like this for quite a while, apparently. But bit by bit, sand is appearing. And as these things are pushed further and further back, what was just a view of solid trees is opening up to a view of the ocean. Um,
Oh,
and this thing shoves the forest back to a tree line that is way distant. Some like a kilometer away, you can kind of see this forest that has now been pushed back by this, and what was this choked coastline of things that had grown into the water has now become kind of pristine coast. Um, the unit appears to be back where it belongs. The coast has been restored, and y'all, as you kind of look up, recognize Gallery's sky. You can hear the sound of the kind of music that's inherent to the place, and realize that you are back. If the map is anything to be believed, and you ended up where here was, you have probably made about a week's worth of travel progress toward your goal. It's in the same direction.
Amazing.
ooh,
That's excellent.
If anything,
uh,
the village that you are trying to get to is only about a day away at this point.
ooh. Also, I'm just thinking if there is any sort of map makers guild in Gallery, we probably just made an enemy of them.
I mean, no doubt. But anybody who is trying to make maps in Gallery already hates life. Like that's just a thing you do if you're a masochist and you want you like God hates you and your work is never ending.
Well,
Oh.
fair enough.
All of the maps are just like coastline, probably.
The land ended here once.
There was a mountain here last I checked.
All right, everybody. Congratulations on surviving your first Painted World experience. You may all advance by a level.
Yay! Thank you, Andrew.
Yay!
About time.
Ooh, level 5.
Ooh, ThinkPad is getting warm.
Real quick, let's have a look at what level 5 gets you. If we check in the back here, there is a list of the things you get per level so that you can keep up with them. Level 5, you should get a proficiency, an initiative boost, or a medium boost, and you should also get your third manifestation ability.
All right.
Yep, proficiency point and initiative or medium. Tempted to take medium.
And just a reminder for language, proficiencies are like comms, crafts, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's the skills.
Okay, thank you.
It is your
I
skills
have
of an
to
artist.
re-download the books onto my ThinkPad.
Yeah, same ones that we were using before. I didn't upload new ones, so 10, 15.
Oh no, because Lauren's not in this game. I don't think. Well, the books might be on here. Let me check the downloads.
Well, if nothing else, they're still in the section that was over there, or
Yeah.
the file section.
Yep,
That was
that's where I'm going.
I'm actually going to increase my initiative because I have no
Yeah,
real
I'm gonna have
reason
to
to increase my medium.
We should also probably be pretty close to getting a stroke.
Hell yeah.
I need to recheck when those happen. Actually, need to mark that on the sheet, I think. But I'm pretty sure we're due for one of those. So we'll handle that when we handle that. If y'all have additional things to look through your character sheets, go ahead and do so. We're not at grace yet, so you don't have to do any kind of math or anything. You're just adding that proficiency point to where you want it, deciding if you want more medium or initiative, and check out what your level 3 manifestation ability is.
Okay, so
I
go
can
up to
imbue
level,
shadows.
go up to level 5. Come on, proficiency.
I've been waiting a long time to have this.
In the meantime, y'all settle in and grab yourself some popcorn. Haley, are you there?
I am.
No, bitch, you're falling! You find yourself extraordinarily high in the air as you are tumbling through this kind of tunnel that is descending into an unknown space to emerge in the brilliant sunlight of a world you'd never seen before, and you are fucking high up. I don't know if your character's ever been on a plane before.
Yeah, I would say she has, but like, they would have that in that era. Yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say she had been on a plane once.
Okay. This is like being on the outside of one. That's way
Oh, that's
higher
terrible.
and feels a little different than you recall the last one being, because the last one was at least moderately comfortable and maybe had some degree of like service, and you probably had a drink, and there was probably some kind of a chair. I bet it was loud. Insulation probably wasn't great. I don't recall how passenger aircrafts were in the 20s, but like either way, you currently don't have wings. Or a parachute, or much hope for survival. You do have a stupendous view. It is a beautiful landscape out here. At first, you think that you're above the world, but you can't see many cities to speak of. And then some of the landmarks just don't really feel right. The mountains are strangely shaped. You don't know where this field is. You can't see roads to speak of. Maybe some dirt ones here or there, but they're really far down.
It's genuinely incredible. I notice all that through all of the screaming.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing what you can pick up when your senses are cranked to 1,000. The other thing that you're trying to figure out right now is why you're so fuzzy. But the moment that you kind of like pay attention to the fact that you're plummeting downward, a lot of that kind of goes away, and you return to just kind of being fleshy and screamy as you're trying to figure out
absolutely
where the hell you are. You also, looking up, can see what remains of the view of your the room you were in before, moments before this
I can
moment.
see it.
Yeah, you can see it like as though looking through a window, but it is swiftly departing because you're leaving it at terminal velocity. The last thing that you kind of glance on the way out there is this kind of shadowed shape that feels familiar but unrecognizable, and it just kind of darts off to the side. It's difficult to even process what that was, but whatever it is, it's on the other side of that portal, and you are now on this side of that portal, and that portal is getting further and further away by the instant. As you are tumbling wildly out of control toward the ground. What, if anything, has gone through your mind in this moment?
I'm pretty sure that my rational brain has mostly shut down. Any details are just going to be like, I need to write that down. That's going to be my first thought. But also like I'll have to write it down when I'm done falling to my death. So there's a large number of screaming. There's also, because was this in the apartment of?
You were in the apartment of the girl who was supposedly killed. That you had decided that probably wasn't killed.
Yeah, no, this was in the closet. This was like there was nothing.
Yeah, it was on like the floor. You had
I pressed
stuff.
through.
Yeah.
That's when I pressed through. Yeah, okay, that was me.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, the only thing I'm possibly thinking is like this is a dream, or if it's not a dream, like this has to be magic of some kind. Maybe magic can save me, or I can wake up. But that's a lot to process when there's screaming and falling.
Yeah, it's hard to really figure out the order of events. All it was is that you had this moment where you had kind of stalled, and you had asked yourself, if I keep pressing in this direction, I'm going to cross the threshold I don't understand. It's going to turn into something that is new and different, and I have to decide if I'm going to do that or not, or back away from this again. And you pushed through it, and now you're falling. Way to go! You feel a shape land on the back of you. There is a sudden impact. It's not particularly heavy. It's just kind of noticeable. As something kind of grabs the back of your clothes and lands on top, and you hear a voice, kind of perky, somewhat cute, and a little excitable, tinged to male, and going like, "Whoa, hi! I did not expect to see one of you falling to your death up here. Where'd you come from?"
What do I see when I look up?
You actually don't see anything because this voice is coming from immediately behind you, like literally on your back.
Right. Okay. I mean, I'm looking to see what has got me. I need to see.
Oh, I mean, like you're trying to, whatever it is kind of like backpack shape. You see a couple things. As you look over, suddenly this little form kind of pops around to one side, and you see what kind of seems like a miniature like person dressed in strange clothing. Like his torso is about yay big. Attached to the body of a spider about yay big. That looks like it's vaguely colored like a junkie spider. Big fluffy limbs. And whatever clothing he's wearing is the fabric's unidentifiable. This is like it's from a different era, but you have no context for what this is. They are dressed strangely, and they are a little spider person. And they are in front of their face is this mask that has a combination of like multiple eye holes and what look to be kind of like rebreathers on the side, almost like somebody would wear for paint, but I actually don't know if such a thing existed at the time.
Gas masks existed in World War I.
Well, I mean, like the paint breathing masks, but you like kind of recognize
on the
this.
Side?
You've got like there's a filtration system going on with this mask. And he pulls it off, and there's this really just pretty looking guy under their lovely eyeshadow, a very like delightful kind of combination of features. And he looks a combination of like humored and also like equally exhilarated, like, this is wild. Why are you falling to your death? And he goes, hi, this
We're
is probably a
still
little confusing, huh?
both falling, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this
no, no,
point?
he's falling as
Oh.
well. Like, is attached to you, but yeah.
I thought I was. Are you falling? Okay, no, I wouldn't say that. That's too cocky. Hang on. I'm all keyed up. Give me a second. Hi. Who are you? I scream over the wind. Sorry. Who am I talking to?
Salvation. We'll put it that way. Listen, you're gonna live. Okay, well, I mean, you're gonna survive this part. I can't really tell you about the next part, but this part I got you. Okay, turn around, and there's this little kick against your shoulder as your body kind of does a few loops.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What? No, no, too much." Kind of kicks your other shoulder and like evens you out a little bit. Okay, spread your arms. Come on. There you go. Is trying to get you to like spread out a little bit so you can control your descent.
This is a very strange version of Wonderland, I gotta tell you. And I spread my arms out.
Yeah, I don't know if
time.
I read that one. Which area are you from, by the way? What's the year of the last year you saw? Hang on a second, I gotta loop this around you. It begins scattering across your body, just like looping around extremely quickly. And this kind of web is coming out of his hands. Which has like additional hands have like emerged, and they're like looping around your chest almost like a harness. As he's talking, he says, "Keep on knocking at me. Where are you from?"
Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, cool. Wow, Chicago. That sounds nice. What time is Chicago? What time?
November? I think it was
very good. Yeah, a year. How about a year? Give me a year.
32. What year is it from? Oh, are you from the future?
Oh,
talking
wow.
to a future spider.
32.
Talking
Good
to a spider
times.
from the future.
Pre-AI.
Okay.
I love it. And he kind of loops around again and goes, okay, I'm going to give you a little tug here. There's a sudden tug and the entire harness just yanks off. You go spiraling out of control. He goes flying off to the side. There's a general yelp of exclamation as he's kind of like waving his various digits to try to catch up. You're still pretty high in the air, but you're lower than you were. And you are currently in this kind of like corkscrew that's going on, and you can feel this voice kind of pop into your mind that's tinged with the similar sounding voice that was his. It's clearly him speaking, but how it's getting to you is beyond you, because he's now some 30 feet away.
Future spider powers.
Yeah, future spider powers for sure. It's like vibrating inside your skull, and it goes, okay, so that didn't quite work. Hey, can you even yourself out just a little bit here?
How would I even myself out?
Go ahead.
Is that a roll or are you narrative?
Yeah, no, he's trying to get you to stabilize a little bit so he can get back over to you. Do a body exert in athletics.
I am not in your game yet.
Oh yeah, shit, that's right. Hang on.
Even yourself out. Now listen here, you Nancy.
It's a lot of things I can do right now, and any of them is straight and even are not going to happen.
Here's the link. Okay. Oh shit! Give me this. All right, click and there. Oh, that's right. I didn't check on these. Yeah, the monster book's great.
What books?
Oh,
I
thought you just didn't think it was cool.
No, I just didn't get a chance to look at it. It's an ongoing series of like monsters and more for like monster fuckery. It's really pretty artwork.
It's Koei and Shai, and they're really beautiful, and the amount of body types they use rule.
Yeah, just really,
okay, got the
really
link.
neat stuff. Okay, you should be able to join the game.
Okay, I need to log in. Do I have an account? Give me a few minutes here. If you want, I can make a roll in the meantime, because I do have a character sheet.
Yeah, so you're just rolling 2d10 and you're adding body exert and athletics to it.
Okay, roll 2d10. Oh, that's bad. I got a 1 and a 4.
No, that is bad.
Body exert would be 1, and athletics would be 2. So that's not even 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. You
Aren't we trying to hit
attempt.
16? Isn't
Yeah.
that the rule?
Yeah.
Got it.
You attempt this, and there's no good coming of it. And he goes, "Oh, we're gonna have to work on that real quick." Casts a web line kind of out in your general direction. Sees you and kind of pulls himself to you, collides with you, and you're again kind of spiraling in the other direction. He goes, "Okay, give this another shot. I'm gonna help you out. Put your arms out. Put your arms out like this. Kind of like, and you can feel like hands. He's gotten like bigger. As he flew over here, he suddenly emerged at like full size. So now you've got this torso that is probably belongs to somebody who, if they were bipedal, would be somewhere around the area of about 5'4". Maybe like 5'6",
Okay.
somewhere in this range. So not particularly tall, but human sized. As opposed to spider sized. That does make the jumping spider body, which is rather cute, but also now much larger than you have really seen any kind of spider before. As he's trying to like even you out from again behind you a little bit, and says, "All right, stick him out there. Roll it again. This time use d12s. We're going to simplify it. So two
Okay.
d12s and add the same thing."
Whoops. There we go. And roll. 12.
There you
12 plus
Man,
1, 2, 3. 12, 13, 15?
15. Nearly
Haley, why does your mom let you have 2 simplifications?
there.
Because I'm about to die.
Because they're
It
about
would
to
be
die.
very funny if you killed me on character creation.
That is one way to have a plot hook.
Yeah.
Death is only the beginning. You are nearly there. You're still kind of wobbling, and you can feel this pat, this like kind of encouraging pat on your back. It says, all right, you've got this. You've got this. Hang on, you got down here for a reason, right? Something drew you into this place. What did you do?
What did I... Okay, was it... What was the last thing I was going after? That I actually don't remember.
The thing that had triggered it was that you were pretty certain that you had an idea of what had killed her. You were sniffing and putting the story together by the senses that you came in, and you were reasonably certain that if you just opened up, sniffed more, drew on that kind of esoteric power that you were feeling, that you could actually piece together the entire story. So you like dipped into that to do it, and that's what started this one as. Yeah.
But I never grabbed the last clue.
No, I don't think specifically. It was more that you had taken an action. You had reached for a power that you hadn't really reached for before. Which appears to be kind of what he's asking about. That's what he's saying. It's like you felt something, you reached for something. What was that?
I was following a hunch. There was something there. There was something more there I couldn't find, and I made a leap of logic. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Is this relevant right now?
More relevant, like your life depends on it. You got to do it again. You got to do it again. He's got kicking your back. Come on, pull it out of there again. Reach for it again. And he says like really the least kind of encouraging thing ever, but it is very insistent. Come on, it's in there.
Awesome. What is he suggesting I do?
Literally, it's kind of up to your interpretation, but he seems to be on there in your ear of like, whatever that power was, you got to find it again. That's what you need right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, you mean mechanically? No, I meant mechanically.
Yeah, there's no mechanically.
So can I use medium?
Yeah. So, he's like, see if you can find it right now. Use that thing. You need something to happen right now. Make that happen. You can go ahead and roll a d4 to twist this roll.
Cool. Where did the D's go? D's 4s. 3.
Excellent. You are in the midst of this like panic-stricken state. You've got a giant spider guy who's rather cute looking, but also insistent and dressed in very strange clothing. Slapping your back, trying to get you to do this, telling you to reach for power you can't identify. And there's actually the only thing left in your mind right now is that you just don't really have time to doubt anymore. Like, if anything's going to work, it might as well be this.
Valid, yeah.
And you kind of reach out with your hands, and there is almost like a engine turning over. Like this kind of that happens as like you see a ripple of fur kind of go down your arms. And there's this flash of coloring that takes place that's almost like too difficult to really pick out the color for just yet. But it's this flashing substance that you feel yourself stabilize, and it goes, yes, that's it, slaps you again. It goes boom, and it's like trying to turn this car over as like Fur is just kind of rippling on your back, and he goes, "Come on, almost there!" And he just like clocks you in the back of the head with a foot, and you do this like front flip, and in doing so, this sort of manifestation just kind of like kicks out. Tails just sort of like flash out behind you really quickly. Your body stabilizes mid-flight, and for a second there, you are something else. Give me a fur color.
I'm gonna go with sort of a like almost like that doodle I sent you, like a more grayish sort of mottled pattern a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
like a dark sort of almost like warm gray color.
What color is your medium?
Purple.
And what does it kind of look like?
Definitely like the deeper you look into it, the more you start to see star patterns.
Okay. That
Like
kind of
sort of,
flickers
it
outward.
almost feels like a nib. Yeah.
Yeah. It flickers outward, almost wing-like, just enough to kind of like stabilize you mid-flight, and you find yourself descending in this rather kind of elegant dive that is stable in the sky. And he goes, "Ah, I knew it was in there!" Tails. Oh God, another kiss hit. There's a run on you guys today. And he begins spiraling around your body again.
Nice. Like like as soon as like that happens, I'm like, do you mind? Like I like indignantly like, do you mind? Like embarrassed, but also like, could you stop with I'm having a moment here. I'm having a minor panic attack as I plummet to my death.
He goes, "Listen, this is probably a very important part in your life, and I respect that you're learning a whole lot about yourself right now, but if you could give me just a second," the harness is kind of like re-spiraling around you. And he goes, "And that should about do it. This is going to cinch." Click, and he kind of like pulls upward on the crotch and flitches his hand, and you suddenly snap backward as this kind of webwork parachute opens up behind you.
Nice.
At this point, you were relatively close to the ground, but not like immediately on it. But you feel it snug tight, cinch in the right places. He actually has one spiraling out behind him as well. And as it snaps him forward, his kind of spider-like lower body just kind of vanishes and forms into regular human legs because it just works better for the shoot. And is descending relatively close to you, and there's a few like tense breaths, but as you're holding it, it feels snug. You are now descending slowly, with still quite a view in front of you, and as your heart is pounding in your chest, if that's even a heart that you have anymore, you are relatively certain that you're going to survive this landing.
Awesome.
And he's kind of grinning on the other side and says, "So, welcome to Gallerie."
So that's what this Wonderland's called? Gallery?
Yeah, supposedly. Well, I mean, this particular one is a continent called Inlest. That's the thing that's before us. Look, you can see the coast. Lovely time this sun of year.
Yeah, it was raining where I came from. That is the least problem I have in my mind right now. What was your name again?
Oh, he kind of like takes a little bow and says, "I'm Shiloh. Nice to meet you."
Shiloh, thanks. Valentine, call me Val. Why am I... Oh God. Why? There's... None of that was a dream, was it?
I don't know. Is that cute fur a dream?
I don't think so. Oh, I don't know whether to throw up or... I would really like to be on the ground. How long's... Oh boy. How close is the ground coming?
It's catching up at this point. And he says, "You're gonna want to tug on the straps a little bit, ease the fall, and don't tense your knees. Like, really, don't tense your knees."
I look down at my knees. Are they still human or not?
That's up to you. What did you kind of emerge as here?
Probably somewhere in between.
Yeah,
Definitely
you probably
somewhere
have
in
digigrade
between.
legs. You look down and you've got like these paw-like appendages at the end of these legs that just have very long heels. Your shoes gone. Goodbye.
Oh, my nice boots. Damn
We'll
it.
never find them
Do you know how
again.
hard it is to find nice boots in that size? God damn it.
But you do see very cute paws that are like wiggling in the sky there and splay out, and they have a peculiar feel to them, and are kind of new and exciting and refreshing. Little beans on the bottom. Can't really reach them right now because you're holding onto a parachute, but they're down there.
Why is nobody talking about the paw feel?
I mean, I would be, honestly.
You are descending toward the ground. It says, "Okay, probably about 20 seconds. Yeah, just roll with it. You'll be fine. And then it kind of disappears into a tree.
Nice. All right. I do I have to make a check, or can I just roll
Nah,
with it?
you can just land.
Yeah, I definitely roll with it into like kind of a ball because like shapes are different now.
Mhm.
And
As you roll
then
into a ball,
there I
you
am.
emerge on the other side of this ball on all fours. And for an instant there, you were just in this fully kind of canid form. You're low to the ground, you're standing on all directions. So it just felt like the best way to absorb the fall. And you are kind of like up and alert. And then you seem to kind of notice that you are like up and alert and freaking fox of some sort. And you kind of fall into this human body again. Um, which still kind
Oh,
of has
there's an immediate sense of disappointment that I'm not sure what to do with.
yeah, and as you're doing that, you're still kind of seeing flickerings of different stuff. You hear this rustling behind you, and coming out of it again on a spider-like body, like a spider tor, hopping from tree to tree in this jumping spider-like fashion. Shiloh kind of pops out and lands next to you and goes, "Ah, you made it! Look at that! Not even dead. God, I'm good."
I stand up and try and brush myself off. Okay, okay, sorry, Shiloh, right? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Were you falling to your death? No, you know stuff already. Okay. Why were you up there?
You know what?
Were
I
you looking
wasn't
for
sure
that
why I was.
doorway?
He kind of shrugs and nods a little bit and says, "Kinda, sorta. Listen, sometimes I do things because I'm told to do things because they're gonna help me do other things. I had a hint. Somebody was gonna be showing up at some point today, and something just told me it was gonna be up near the shiny thing."
Great. Yeah, I got a boss like that too. Boss. Oh God, she's back there.
Oh yeah, no, there's
How do
probably a lot of stuff back there.
I can't really get back, can I? I say, and I'm looking as I look down at my body.
He kind of scratches his head and says, "Well, you can, but your slip is really high up. You came through one that opened up there a little while ago when one of the avian muses came through, and I don't have a real great way to get you back up there."
A avian muse? What kind of is that
Yeah,
is that
we
some kind of a new bird?
we got a lot of explaining to do. There's a little bit of stuff to go on here. Real quick, why don't you just take a seat and let the adrenaline wear off a little bit. Um, but just a little bit. Because we're sort of out in the open. And he's kind of like looking around, concerned.
I sit down for a second. I'm like, yeah, we are. What is there something out here?
There's just so many things out here. But I think we're fine for now. I had a real great view of the coastline when we came down. Looked clear.
Okay, coastline. Hang on, I reach into my pocket. Is my notebook still there or not?
How much of your clothing survived these random transformations? I don't think you got
I
any
don't.
bigger, so you were probably tangled up in a little bit. I'm gonna say that some of them, like your jacket and stuff, probably landed nearby. Uh, and your stuff is probably intact. So it's likely sort of scattered around the coast a little bit. You might not be fully clothed at this point,
Oh,
depending on what kind of survived your transformation there a second ago.
gotcha. So is my notebook gone? That
Uh,
that's gonna really bum me out.
I think it's there. I think it's gonna be present. You can dig it out of this pocket of the jacket. Jacket's a little torn up, but it's there. You also find
Jeez, I
one
like that
boot,
jacket.
just the one.
Just the one.
All right. Well, I got one boot, but at least I got this.
Bloop. That's the
I
sound of
open it
the
up
other
and I look
boot
at the
landing in the ocean.
yeah. No,
You see it just
nothing
off
is
the
worse.
side. You just kind of look down there. Bloop.
That's great. Nothing's worse than a wet sock. Okay, so I crack open the notebook and I flip to the last page, which just still has the murder notes on it, and I kind of stop for a second, and then I flip to another page, and I'm like, "So we got a few minutes. What do I need to know?"
He goes, "Wow, you're taking this rather well. Okay. Well, listen. First
Well,
off,
I think I got all the screaming out, so I might as well roll with it until I find out whether or not I can wake up or
oh yeah,
whatever.
no, that's a good you're good head on you there. What'd you say your name was? Valentine? Was that it?
Yeah, Val, call me Val.
Okay. Well, Val, why don't you come over here? And he kind of like gestures toward the water. And he goes, and this is gonna be a little shocking, but you're doing pretty good so far. And he just kind of like points out toward the water, as if indicating toward the reflection.
Oh, to go look in it?
Yeah.
Okay. I go have a look in the water at my reflection.
At this particular stage, what is it that you're seeing?
Definitely not a human face.
Okay.
As oh right, now you put me on the spot. Putting me on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since I'm kind of figuring it out, somewhere in between human and anthro, gray. Arms are gonna kind of end in black with like pointy claws. Face is not human anymore, but still kind of human sized, so tall enough, wearing the vest and the shirt. Missing my other boot, so that's kind of right out right now. But yeah, something almost kitsune like, but like different flair.
You find yourself, how are you reacting to this image?
Uh, a little stunned. Like, how would you react to an image like that? Kind of like not sure that I should be reacting because it seems a little too alien, but also like there's a little voice that's like, oh, I knew it. I knew there was more. Son of a gun.
There is a kind of mix of a thrill, that's trapped in this, also with shock, disbelief, a whole lot of kind of conflicting emotions that's going back and forth. One of the big ones that's really kind of getting in the way of a lot of it is just the kind of like researched logic that you've come to cultivate, both in terms of personality and also like just being the assistant to this I keep wanting to say secret agent and private investigator, that you've kind of like addressed for things of like logic and evidence, and none of it's really working with what you're seeing right now. And as you're kind of going through these mental gymnastics, you can actually kind of see this shape actively changing. It's not going through like massive transformations or anything, but like things like the ear length will recede or extend a little bit. The amount of fur that you're seeing, even like glossiness on the nose will all just kind of like morph a little bit. And you hear this kind of
Right.
almost sympathetic statement from Shiloh being like, "You're still kind of in flux. There's probably a lot going on right now. That wasn't exactly an easy, dip. How you feeling?"
I think the Alice reference I made earlier was pretty correct. I feel like I'm on the other side of a looking glass.
I get that so much, and I've never read it. And
You should. It's a good one.
he almost looks like he's like, I really need to find a copy of this thing. People keep saying that.
I mean, there's better books, but there's not a lot where, main character isn't some.
I just didn't know that many
What?
people
Do
watch
they
Disney
still have
movies.
books in the future?
I mean, depending on how much money you've got and time. Listen, I know how to read. He says, even though it wasn't brought up. He goes, yeah. So
Okay.
you are, well, you're alive. Let's start with that. You did not die just now. You nearly did, but I'm pretty good at what I do. And that, he just kind of points upward at the now not visible hole in the sky. Way up there is a thing that you fell through. Call it a slip. That will actually take you back to the location that it was in the time that it was. But unfortunately, it isn't terribly easy to access right now. But the good news is, those things are real, and those people are still okay, unless you
So
left them
is
exploding or
that
something.
world where I came from that's the world. Which one of them is? They're both real, aren't they?
I mean, everything's real, or everything's not, but that's a little bit more defeatist. He kind of shrugs a little bit and says, "You don't have to decide how much stock you want to put in things like real or not real. It's more like, what do you care about?"
No, I get that. Trust me.
Yeah, well,
Wait a sec.
so
I get a horrified look, and I slowly look down again since I'm not wearing pants. Is there anything I need to be concerned about?
that again comes down to you.
I mean, if given the fact that I'm not wearing pants right now, I'd prefer literally cartoonish. So like give me the cartoon bottom at this point, because this is
yeah, that's
PG
probably
time.
what you've got is just this kind of like candid form that's down there. Fairly like smooth and sleek. Um, Depending on what kind of form you had imagined sort of on descent. It could be in different physical shape than the one that you left with.
Gotcha.
As well as fitness. I assume because of the need for athleticism there, you had probably manifested something that was relatively fit. Um, but like it feels at once yours and at once just very different. And your character, because of the time frame that you're in, doesn't really have any kind of contemporary examples for being disembodied.
No.
There's no VR or video games or anything else like that. So this is like very peculiar. There's no analog here for, or no parallel for what she's currently experiencing. Except that you had kind of done it before to some degree. It's not the first time you've sort of transformed yourself. This one just kind of seems to be way more effective.
Are we? Am I some kind of? Are you some kind of changeling? Is this like those kind of? Is that what this is? Am I some kind of a shapeshifter?
No, you just got that dog girl HRT. He says, making a joke that only he will get.
I cock my head slightly to the left without realizing I'm doing so.
Yeah, your ear flops. You can actually feel it. It's very affirming.
Mm.
As are all the hosts of different sounds that are coming through right now. It is surprisingly noisy out here on this like quiet coast. One of the things that you're hearing is music, but it's just kind of from everywhere. It's not emanating from an instrument or direction. The place itself just kind of seems to sing. Um, and he goes, "Yeah, so we call us muses. That they're." He's kind of like putting his hand together and says, "Yeah, I never get good at this speech. I should really come up with like a pamphlet or something like that. You're magical runoff."
I've been called I've been called worse by better. So keep going.
He's kind of like shrugging a little bit, trying to keep the long story condensed a little bit. There's a lot of stuff, this stuff, and he kind of puffs out this powder of kind of like purple and red. You've got it too, right? And he just kind of points to your hands where you were kind of generating this medium earlier. So see if you can do it. See if you can just kind of like, come on, just like draw a little of yourself and chuck it in the air there.
I kind of like I try to like do something with my hands and it doesn't work, and then I kind of just like exhale irritatedly, and there's a little puff of purple.
Yeah. So it's not like a special ability, right? Don't think of it as like a secret move that you have no parallel for that. Don't think of it as like an ult that you have no parallel for that either. Like a button combination that gets it. God damn it! He just kind of like kicks the sand a little bit and says, "Okay, listen. It's not like a special thing. It's like a natural thing. It's like breathing or moving or drawing or painting. You just kind of like throw it out there. You just it's like an extension. Like reach further than your hand goes."
Okay. I close my eyes and like breathe in, breathe out, and just try to make some
Ah! He just yells in your face.
Stop
you
doing that.
Close
God,
your eyes.
I need less yelling.
Reflexively, there will be a shield of medium that just kind of appears in front of you.
Nice.
Cool. Go ahead and roll a d20.
I'm gonna go get my actual dice. Oh wait. Before we go, since I'm logged in, but I can't access it.
Oh.
It says not authorized.
Interesting. Does anybody know if there's that other thing I have to do for roll 20?
The link might have expired.
That's weird.
How old is the link?
I just gave it to you. Player link for this
Yeah,
campaign.
I know. Is there a permission thing?
I don't think so. And I'm not seeing you in the... Here, let me grab this different invite and see if this works.
I was gonna say, just generate a new invite. Should be fine then.
Yeah, try that one that I just linked to you.
And obscure
I
it
think
in
that's
the when you post the video.
There we go. No, I don't need my updates.
There we go.
Block that. Hey, there we are.
There you are.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't know why that is my picture. I have not. What is it? It's slash roll, right?
Slash roll d20, yeah.
Unrecognized command.
Really?
Slash or is there a space?
/ROLL space D20.
Oh, I'm dumb. It's been a while.
There you go. 16.
Yes.
Okay.
16.
Real quick. Little guy, what is your evade, Shiloh? You are a tip hole. Insect. Oh, not very high. Okay. At least not compared to that. He yells in your face. You yelp and kind of like throw this paint out directly in front of you, and this big old gash kind of appears across Shiloh's armor and like flashes red. Not armor, but like the clothing that he was wearing, and flashes red. He goes, "Ow, fuck! You're good at that." and
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
he goes, no, that's okay. God damn, that hurt.
You okay?
And he's, yeah, no, I'll be good. I'll be good. He's like covering it up with like webbing and stuff. He goes, they don't normally hit that hard right out the bat. And he goes, okay, well, good to know. That was a flourish. That was a reflex. That's what I'm talking about. It's just part of you. It is your body, literally, actually. And he's kind of wincing a little bit, and he digs into a bag that he's got on his back and pulls out like this piece of beef jerky, and just kind of like gnaws on it a little bit, and you can actually see this gash that was across his torso seal up as he's consuming. And kind of goes, okay. I mean, that was effective, Shy, but maybe we don't do that example in the future. He says, talking to himself.
Future Spider Boy's got magic jerky. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I keep getting surprised by things.
Oh man, it gets worse from here.
Oh great.
They
say grinning a little.
It kind of goes, okay, like just like before, except not like as hard, just there. And he kind of points to a rock, and then a little puff of like purple and red kind of emerges from his hand, and the rock just kind of kicks forward. Just kind of reach for that. No deep breaths, no additional, just grab it.
I give that a try. Like grab it and move it?
Yeah, just don't think, just touch it like you would with your hands.
Oh. Do I have to make a roll for that, or can I just do
No,
it?
you can just do it.
I give it a try.
You
Just,
you get this kind of spiraling purple black medium that goes out there and kind of nudges this rock off to the side, and you can feel it. It's tangible. You can feel it tingle your hands. You get its texture. It's almost like touching it with your tongue. There's a variety of different flavors. The bumps on it feel bigger than they normally would because your medium works into the crevices. You can feel the warmth. You get insight into its texture, even its taste, through this kind of combination of senses before it kind of like buzzes away. And he goes, see? Natural.
Wait, it buzzed away?
The rock didn't. Your medium just dissipates. It doesn't really hang
Oh, the
on.
medium. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand what the fuck.
No.
Okay, got it.
The rock is still there.
Yeah, I was like, the hell? I thought the rock buzzed away.
Yeah.
I dropped down. That's really something, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I keep feeling like I should like push, but you just kind of have to relax into it.
He nods and says, "Ain't that the way? Don't worry, there's plenty of stuff later you'll have to push on."
Yeah, it usually is. What is that called?
Medium. At least that's what we call it.
Seemed pretty small to me, but felt pretty big.
I get that comment a lot. And you get this kind of impression, looking at him, that he gets that comment a lot.
So where are you from, other than the future? So you were human like me once. Or was I ever really human?
Yeah, and he kind of like snaps his finger and points to that. That's the bitch.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? So wait, you never told me what year you're from.
Yeah, but he kind of like scratches his head and goes, I've kind of lost track. We call it the wet line. It's where the actual timeline is. I'm not from the future. You're from the past.
No, I'm pretty sure you're from the. Okay, I see what you're doing there. That's not how that works, but very nice try.
I guess the far off year of 2025.
Plan to makes it to 2025, huh? It's good to
Well, I
hear.
mean, you'd be surprised what you'll survive.
No, I actually wouldn't be, but I probably shouldn't make judgments like that.
Give it
So,
time.
is this just what you do? Wait, you said you had a boss who told you to come
He
save me from falling from the sky?
he kind of scratches his head. Okay, so like, listen, this was intended to be a good thing, and in fairness, you would have fallen through without me, and you did. He says, like, insisting to try to get through, to like hit. He kind of like stops that would have happened there. It says, and you did. You fell through without me, and you would not have survived that fall.
No, and I'm
Because
grateful. Don't get me wrong. I'm just being curious.
your particular manifestation here, while gorgeous and very interesting, does not fly very well. Um, he says, and he goes, but it is kind of interesting that you're the second one I've found this week. Um, but he just kind of like waves that off. And kind of goes, but I kind of owed a favor to a god.
Oh no, don't tell me there's actual gods. I stopped believing in them long ago.
Well, I mean, good. Stay on that path. It's just sort of an easier way to bring the concept up. The point is, somebody wants to meet you.
Great.
No.
Uh,
Listen, this is okay. This is good. You need to kind of like encounter this at the beginning. Maybe after the beginning, you can decide whether you want to keep encountering this or not. The point is, I incurred a little bit of debt and needed to do a favor for a patron. And that favor involved saving you from certain death so that they could come meet you and perhaps make a new friend.
yeah, I'm not really liking this. I don't know how much you know about the 30s, but there's a lot of people who owe people favors, and
Yeah, no, I mean, I would keep that in mind, but the point is, I don't anymore.
great,
And he kind of
real.
like looks pleased with himself. It's honestly pretty good one. Sometimes having to pay those back is a little rough. Saving somebody from becoming a splat on the pavement, not a bad deal, really.
Well, I mean, I do owe you for saving my life, so I guess the least I can do is come meet your boss.
He
Still
kind
can't
of
find my
holds up
other
a finger and
boots, so
goes,
I may
"Not
as
my
well.
boss, my client." Uh,
Sure,
uh,
client, right? Gotcha.
and he goes, "Okay, listen, you don't need to worry about this too hard. They find every muse eventually. It's kind of a thing with them. They want you on their team. They want
Mm.
to be the voice in your ears so that you'll be doing things on their behalf. It's okay right now. You need the help right now. They're gonna give you things that'll help you right now. In the future, you can be a little more cautious about what favors you take and give."
I shrug. All right, show the way, I guess.
And he goes, "Well, I kind of don't need to. I'm pretty sure they're already on the way." And you can feel the weather changing. The air pressure kind of warbles and dips. Your ears pop, and the sound and music in the space will change. The world's entire theme begins to change its form. Roll for me a. Do, 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 do. Come on, bookmark. Go to where you need to go.
Thanks to everybody for being patient while I stumble through this. That's great.
You're fine.
You've been sitting there listening to us play for like
Yeah, but
2 sessions.
I'm
We
just
can.
trying to be polite, but also it's been fun listening in. Not gonna
my
lie.
my hope here is that we will actually have everybody in the same place come next session. So once we get through your little introduction here, we can probably all be in the same spot. Um,
Sweet.
I need right here. Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll a d8.
A D8.
A date.
What are you? Okay.
This is not a mechanic. I'm just randomly determining who your patron is.
Oh, okay. I was actually reading through them the other night, but that's fine. I could give you one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It don't work like that.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
this is a thing that gets randomized specifically because dealing with them is a
Oh,
thing.
okay.
If you decide you have a patron you do like, you can actively pursue that patron. Any of them want you.
Gotcha.
It's just a matter of who found you first. And right now,
Okay.
this character owes a favor to Vale.
Which one is 8?
You rolled 5, so
Oh, I rolled 5. Never mind. I'm
yeah.
dumb.
Let me go down here to the stuff that has to do with this individual.
I want everyone to be proud of me. I did not eat every single deviled egg in front of me.
Oh
Oh,
no,
wow.
save
You
some
have
for
way
me.
more restraint than I ever would have.
Yeah, I require
And they're
some of
real good
these.
too.
I think eggs are disgusting, so I never would have eaten them.
They're allowed to be wrong.
Based. Based.
The science important is crack glass, mirrors, radio static, sensor enhancement. The music kind of fuzzes out in a way that sounds a little bit like radio static. It's almost a familiar thing. You're kind of used to hearing it from where you are. But the fact that it's sort of filled the air is a little surreal to you. And as you look out over the reflections in the water, the surface of the waves seems to freeze and crack. Not frozen as though they've turned into ice, but the very image of the texture of the wave's surface kind of just fractures into a bunch of kaleidoscopic pieces. Um, and there is a breeze that comes across the sand. Uh, and dusts a bunch of little stones into place that actually form text that is recognizable. And all it says down there in the sort of sanded text is "This one cometh."
Oh, God. All right. You made favors with some pretty. All right, I tried. Nah, I can't make a joke. Screw it. Keep going.
Shiloh
Stumbled that
kind
one.
of Shiloh puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "Listen, you're gonna be okay for this part, but I'm kind of not involved." He's sort of dismissing himself as he kind of like backs off a little bit and says, "Vale, I did it." There's no initial response. But dusting through the air is this breeze that kind of takes place and spreads the sands in front of you like it's being blown away, like a concentrated eddy that spreads the sand. And down below it, you can see an object kind of buried in the sand dune that was directly in front of you by the water, and it's exposed. Uh, and the waves themselves have kind of frozen in this crash, where the foam itself is actually another word that says "for thee."
What do I see there?
This is your instrument, and I'm curious if there is a specific piece that Valentine is attached to that would serve to be the instrument. Do you know what kind of instrument you wanted?
I was looking at Notebook because that is kind of what I do, and also, let's see, what was Notebook? The tool writing utensil, I think. Hang on, where
Okay.
the tool? What page was it?
Ba, ba, ba.
I wrote it down, but then my computer locked up for a second. What?
There are active bookmarks on this document, by the way. So
Are there?
yeah.
I did not even think to look there. Oh my God, you're so cool. Motifs, scores, manifestations, gallery, music.
Here we go.
It's
Instruments.
like way down there, isn't it?
Page 133.
Okay.
So tools, measuring tool, and reference material. Yeah, tools, reference
Yeah,
material
reference material. Yeah.
is going to be where you're at. So we already said that you had your notebook, so giving you a second one's going to be a little funky. What about a pen?
I'll take a pen. Wait, that's the same thing, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be the same spot. Like they're both tool, reference material. It's just a matter
Got
of
it.
what's being given to you by the patron versus what you already had on your person. Since we said that you already had your notebook, then
Sounds good.
yeah, down there, buried down, is this kind of gorgeous looking pen. It's color that you're familiar with. It just kind of reminds you of your office back then. The first opportunity you had to work as yourself independently. It's got a little bit of wear on the surface. It's not brand new. The wear looks like it's like familiar in a hand. And as you kind of reach out for this thing, it's got this kind of solid weight. Doesn't feel flimsy. Has a beautiful action as it kind of turns back and forth in the fingers. Do you want it to be like a ballpoint, like a fountain pen?
Fountain pen, definitely.
Okay. Like one that stores ink on the inside. Does it have a retrieval,
Yep.
or do you have to dip it?
No, it's
Okay.
got a storage thing on the inside.
Yeah.
They had that back then.
Really, really just kind of pretty piece that feels like it's been well taken care of, but used a whole lot. And when you put hands to this thing, it radiates a certain power, recognizable like power to it. It has a certain gravity that normal objects do not. And it mingles with the medium of your body as it kind of like swirls around it and becomes familiar with it. Um, uh, the waves kind of crash aside, and there's like a series of different feelings and different like disembodied misty like text that just says cherish it and it will cherish you.
Thank you, I guess.
You notice as you are looking at it that the language that you are currently reading isn't English.
Wait, what does it look like? I can read that, but I don't.
Hmm.
I never have before.
It's not a thing you can recognize. You don't seem to have an inherent knowledge of what the language is, but the fact that it's able to convey information, you seem to be able to receive that information.
I whistle. I whistle lowly. Boss would love this. It's just
Uh,
terrible.
the the waves will kind of come back together again, and there's a simple like question in a single line that is written in kind of seaweed along the bottom that just says ready.
You know what? Sure, I'm ready.
Then learn. There is a sudden influx of information that just kind of blasts into your mind in the form of this kind of sigil and abstraction of shapes and color that are conveying information in the way that they can be used as the patron imbues you with your first stroke. So for stroke, you get
Random one.
yeah, you get a random one, and you get one of the F strokes, I believe. Let me check.
Cool.
Brushwork. Yeah, you get a random one from. Veil, or I think one that you were. No, that's the other one. We'll give you that one. Okay. I was where I needed to be, and then I moved away from it. Click. Here you go. Veil. Petra's battle and part of random school. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to determine what your school is here.
What I get?
I'm just checking really quick to see if you get a specific fundamental stroke with it, or if that's also randomized. I believe it's also randomized. Level 1 is manifestation. Taught a school from the School of Fundamentals and a stroke from the school associated with the patron. Okay, so the fundamental stroke you're going to get. roll d4. Stroke F1. You can just write that down someplace so
Ignite.
that you
Got
know
it.
And then from the Schools of Brushwork, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, d6. Minimalism. So you will get
So close to Deco. So close.
D3.
D3.
M3. So F1 and M3.
All right, got it.
And
For
I will
M1, you said.
link you to the. There's a.
Wait,
There's
did you
a
say M1
nifty
and F3, or did you say
F1 and M3?
Okay, I heard backwards.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the things that enter your mind, these do actually have names. They
Yeah.
are down here.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. But the combinations that you can do with them, there's a nifty little Excel sheet that has all the potential combinations when you enter what you've got. So I'll link you to that in a
nice.
little bit. Unless you just want to search through them yourself to see what you can do. But what you get when you're given this is the idea of these kind of nodes of power that can be twisted and manipulated and combined to create additional power, and mingle with each other to create paintings based on different textures. The amount of information that enters your brain right now is just kind of like Herculean, and the fact that you understand it is less that you've been downloading textbooks in a matrix more way, and more like the way that it's being taught is resonating with the true medium of your body in a way that just kind of like conventional teaching doesn't necessarily do. It wakes up something that your body already knows. Um, and you can feel this kind of like full understanding of these particular strokes and the way that they can be used to arrange into different powers, and are immediately aware of the ways that they can be kind of combined with each other or used on their own. You find yourself like, I could light things on fire now. This is not a power I had before. It's not because you have been given a specific, degree of expendable mana, but more like you've just kind of understood that if I paint the concept of fire, it will come into being in this space.
Gotcha. If only there was some. Yeah, I don't want to make a matrix joke because my character wouldn't know that. But awesome. I mean, yes. I sort of like stagger back for a second, and it's like, it feels like that when that one teacher realized you weren't a slow learner, you just fidgety in class and gave you something extra to do. It's that, yeah, the innate feeling of just like, oh, I already knew that, didn't I?
It is difficult to, yeah, you do have this wariness of the thing that is giving this to you, because you can just kind of tell from the size of its presence that it is a rather all-encompassing, dangerous entity, but it seems to know you just extraordinarily well. The gift is very well given. This is an object that you already kind of find yourself growing attached to. And the way that it has taught you felt very natural, even though it was a very like unnatural way to receive it.
All right. Is it still like waiting for me to respond? Is it still there?
Yeah,
the sort
you
of
can
like
tell that it's still
vibing?
present in the area.
I don't really know how to say thank you, but thank you. Sorry if I don't know what you're expecting out of this, but I appreciate it.
There is a last kind of like spiraling upward as the music begins to kind of like depart. The static fuzzes away before it gets suddenly very loud, and you can feel the kind of area around you. The air holds still. The water holds still, an immediate orbit around your person. The very sound holds still. You can't hear any sound anymore for a second, and there's nothing but these dust particles in front of your face floating like motes that just says the opportunity will come. And then the whole thing just vanishes, and it feels like the presence disappears into nothing.
I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding.
There's a kind of cough that comes from behind you and goes, Shiloh's like, always kind of prompt. How you doing there?
That felt both like a favor and a threat.
Yeah, no, that's
not
about
really
right.
A threat of violence, just a promise of. Oh boy, you. There must have been some favor you needed, huh?
Yeah, it won't be the last time you'll meet them, or probably others.
So I can. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He just kind of like scratches his head and goes, but for now, I think they're probably going to leave you alone, just enough to, catch your breath for a little bit.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a little bit of that. I'm still getting used to this. She says, looking down at her hands again.
Yeah, that's probably going to change too. In fact, it already did. Your tail got longer, by the way.
I really got that, don't I?
2.
Wait, why do I have 2?
I don't know. 1 wasn't good enough for you. Show off.
Okay, listen, wise guy. Uh, okay, now that you've done your favor, you just gonna leave me in the middle of the woods, or is there someplace a girl can get a drink around here?
And he just kind of like points this way, and then another arm comes around and kind of points this way, and then 2 more kind of pop up from the top and point that way. And he sort of shrugs and says, "Here's the thing: you don't necessarily have a specific job here. Your job is kind of make a mess."
Real good at that.
Yeah, but the threats are real and the damages too. And it's kind of like rubs his chest and goes, I've got a fair bit of explaining that I kind of have to do here. So I think I know where I'm going to bring you. I don't often do it this way, but we have a rare opportunity here, and I kind of feel like it's a good time to do it. And he kind of head off to the tree line and waves to follow him and says, "Come on, we're going to go for a bit of a walk. I'm going to bring you someplace."
All right, I go off with him.
He gets out on the other side of the trees, and there is a dirt path. And off in the distance, you can see like way off over there, probably about a day's travel or something. There's the tiniest hints of a town of some sort. Does anybody recall the name of the town that you were supposed to be going to? Was that a thing that anybody wrote down? I think I mentioned it all of once, so if we have to redo it, then we can redo it.
Beans. I don't think I. Oh wait, let me check my notes. Give me a second. I have to reopen them on my computer.
The town of Beans would be
Yes, the
delightful.
town
though.
of Beans.
Yes, Firefox, I'm aware you're updating. Thank you. Everything is updating.
I don't remember the name, unfortunately.
I'm really good at writing down names of things, but I might
Town
not
of
have written down
dirt.
the name of the town. Come on, computer. You can do it. I believe in you.
I mean, my tablet has decided that it doesn't like its keyboard anymore, so I can't go look at my character sheet,
Oh no.
which is very cool.
Yeah, that's not good.
Probably going to need that eventually, one would assume, and also my tablet.
Oh, I can do this on my phone. Why am I fucking with my computer? Okay. Well, because that's what it's supposed to be for, in theory.
Yeah. Darren, my big computer doesn't work. Let me get the smaller one.
Yup.
The one that makes me irrationally angry in the bathroom.
You're gonna head out to the
Okay.
town of Ponyville.
I do not have that.
Okay.
I have the name of all the characters. I have the patron request from Finny. If we find a secret or hidden place, explore it and report to Finny.
Okay.
And that's it. I have keywords, Waywans, render, draft, and slips. So
We have okay, so we're gonna make a new town name at this point, which means I'm gonna look at the ingredients of this bottle. Oh shit, this is all natural ingredients. That doesn't help me at all. give me something with some preservatives.
Smuckers.
Come on.
How about Lantus?
Sure.
Lantus. It's the brand of my insulin pens.
I was gonna say this sounds familiar.
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I
So
was gonna expect this town to be called, like, I don't know, Orange number 12 or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a is there ingredients list on the back of a fucking
The town of making things.
All right, Lantus
Welcome
it
to our lovely little town of prophylactin.
is.
Oh no.
It says we're gonna head off to Lantus. It's up this direction. I was actually just there not too long ago.
I've known you less than an hour, and you've said I don't usually do things this way to me at least 4 times.
Yeah, I don't get to talk to people very often too. It's been a
That's a
busy
shame. You're good
week.
at it.
Aw.
You keep saying that. Is it like I said? You must know a lot of favors. So you're a spider, I'm a fox. There's birds. What else?
I mean, we got, horses, lizards, bugs. He kind of like looks down at himself and goes, probably more. There's a submarine somewhere.
Yeah, no, you didn't just say that.
Well, you don't have to absorb that one right now. Oh, but I know what you do have to do. And he points to your pen and the notebook over there. Those things, you use those to like write with because you don't have tablets, right?
We Why would you
Yeah,
write
never
on a
mind.
tablet?
Don't worry about it. Here, this is the thing. Have a seat.
Like
And
chalk?
he flops down and crosses his little spider legs in a very cutesy manner. Which is the thing that the character in Bad Guys does just adorably.
I love that. I love her.
Yeah, she is so great. But like crosses his legs and goes, "Okay, listen, clear your mind." You're not gonna get that reference. And he taps the notebook and goes, "This is honestly pretty fortuitous. Most of the people who come through here don't have something they can write on. Um, you need to write down reminder." Um, and he kind of thinks a little bit and says, you need something that isn't going to be based on like individual details because they're going to get fuzzy. Something that isn't based on like the color of clothing or something like that because you're going to forget that kind of thing. You need something that's going to remind you of where you came from that you can look at in 20 years and still know that exact place. Usually it's a picture, maybe it's a keyword, maybe it's something, but draw something in that book that when you look at it again, decades from now, it's going to bring you back to the moment you fell through that hole.
Okay. What, why exactly do I gotta remember that moment?
Well, I'll kind of explain it as it goes, but it's kind of a way to get back to it. Kinda.
To that hole? Or that moment?
That space. And he sort of points upward. Not in the same continuity that you're currently in, but a memory of it. We call them painted worlds. It's like a dream. But it can be useful to get into them, and sometimes if you can get all the way through them, you can get back to the other side. It might only be your only ticket back to the canvas where you came from.
That's definitely gotta go back.
He goes,
Not,
yeah, some people are in a hurry to leave. What's over there?
I got people I care about.
Aw.
It's
Oh,
kind of rare.
I'm glad the patron left. Okay, cool. Listen, I'm glad that you care about people. Don't lose that, and be careful who you tell.
Okay, that's a little cryptic. Why would that?
Hell, listen, I
That's
just
gonna be one of
jumped
those.
through
This.
tens of thousands of feet of air to save you from certain death because I owed a god a favor. They can ask a lot of different favors, and knowing they've got leverage on somebody is a pretty big tool.
Right. Yeah, it sounded a little bit more like the racket the more you talk about it. Okay, message received. Okay, so a moment not of that room, but of that place,
Yeah,
that day.
some place as close as you can to the moment that you left, so that you're not kind of ending up in some memory earlier. If you have other memories that happened afterwards, sometimes they're harder to like separate. You want something of like that day, that moment, or that morning, or something that's going to bring you back to that spot.
Can I just think of the moment I fell through the hole? Is that enough? Like how it happened, how it felt?
Yeah, as long as you can remind yourself of it.
So that closet door. That's probably a good start.
He's kind of grinning like, I wonder if you know that reference. Is that a 20s thing? I don't know.
Hmm?
Nothing. Just
You're
drawing.
gonna be making jokes. You're gonna be making jokes about stuff I ain't never read yet, aren't you, Spider Boy?
I mean, you were talking about, Alice in Wonder Drugs. I'm not familiar with that.
Alice in Wonder
I need
I
everyone
mean,
to
I'd
know.
probably read that book too, but not the title. Anyway, it's not important.
Yeah,
Well, you still
John.
got films in the future, don't you? Pictures? They
You were
must have
saying
made it
John?
into a movie at some point.
Oh yeah, no, Disney did it. What were you saying, John?
Oh
Oh,
God,
I was just
Disney, of
saying I
course.
saw a gift set of a Muppet movie where they're doing Wizard of Oz and they go up to the gate and Sam the Eagle is like, "Who are you?" And I think it's Fozzie just responds, "We're friends of Dorothy," and I was like,
Nice.
"Eh."
Fantastic.
That made me so happy.
That's awesome.
Would have been great if they cut to the two gay old guys at the in the Raptors being like, ah!
Yeah.
So what do you draw?
I'm gonna sketch out like the room where I was conducting that last stage of the investigation. Didn't I find another clue in that room? Because I could have sworn I found a picture of something that was hidden.
There was the picture, but the thing you smelled, I think, were the linens.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's right. Because I was detecting. Yeah, okay. I was
Yeah.
smelling who else was on that on that particular clue.
You were piecing
Breaking
together
into
what
the
you did
victim's
that morning.
room, smelling their sheets.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, listen. Sometimes you gotta in the course of work. Don't make it weird. Yeah. So that the items in the closet, the linens and the closet door around it, and as much of the room as I can remember.
Okay. You are fairly certain you have cemented this, and he goes, as you close it, he kind of taps the notebook and says, I bet this thing's pretty important to you, but it just got more important. This is a way wand now. They're tools we sort of use to remember places we've been. Inside Gallery, you can use them to jump back and forth between locations, but you can also use them to open up painted worlds, like memories of the places you've been. And sometimes you can get a lot of useful information from those. Sometimes they can be safe houses to hide out in, and sometimes, if you work through them, you can actually get to the other end of them.
Wait a second. That memory? That page? What do you mean?
The whole thing. All of it. A Waywan can be anything. It's just something you record a memory on. But, now that you started, keep track of it. You're going to need those. If you lose them, you lose your only way back to your past.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna drop the notebook anyway, but you could just lose pieces of your past? You're not talking metaphorically, are you?
A little bit of both. Some of it's going to be welcome to lose. Other parts you're probably going to want back, especially if you got people back there you're looking forward to seeing again. I don't really know how to
Yeah.
get you 30,000 feet in the air, but we can probably get you to the other side of your dream.
Well, that's a lot to absorb. I'm not gonna lie.
He grins and says, of the list of things that I get a lot of. And he's just kind of pointing up. Like that one's one I get a lot.
It's like, man, I'm in this strange world full of all of these crazy critters and nightmarish horrors. It's like a book by that Howard Lovecraft guy.
Yeah.
I
With
saw
the
him in
awful.
Amazing Stories.
She definitely would have read that though, because like I'd imagine like just penny dreadfuls like are something she reads on the train or something, or just like rag magazines because they're interesting and fun.
You kind of
So
see
like
that being that's something that you pull out of the like back of the jacket. There's just a rolled up one or something like that.
yeah, probably something like that.
Yeah. And he goes, "Come on, uh, let's uh, let's get going," and basically walks you down this path to begin this sort of journey off to the town in the distance, which will only be about a day's travel. But during the course of this conversation, he lays out some of the basics, much of which that you've already kind of heard, but not a whole lot of ultra detail about it because he's not trying to like completely bombard you. Some of the stuff that he mentions is just sort of like, if you need emergency healing, there's ways to use brushwork with food and ingredients to cook with things that will heal you. You'll be able to feel it intrinsically when you're hunting or putting ingredients together. But there's also some people who can teach you some stuff. And then he just kind of like he's pointing to like the jerky that he was eating that healed him earlier. Um, he also kind of explains sort of the basics of like, yeah, so the way that you're looking right now is some combination between your manifestation and just your general motif. The manifestation is kind of like I don't know, a powered up version. Some people just kind of hang out in it. He just sort of like points to himself a little bit, or some sort of combination of the two. But for others, it's easier to delineate between them. Um, and he kind of like waves his hand over as you're walking and says, "It's going to take you a little while to really nail down what you are, but it's mostly just a comfort thing, you know. The big thing is letting go of what you were, and the rest of it will just kind of fall into place."
Yeah, I thought I was all done with that.
He grins and
Second
says,
time's a charm.
"Done this before, huh?"
Yeah, I guess I don't look like I did, huh?
He kind of grins and says, "Sometimes I can tell. So did I."
Huh, really?
Yeah, I guess the
It's
process is probably a little different in the wet line. I didn't really know too much about how far back it started. I was not blessed with the access to queer literature that some of my compatriots seem to have fallen into. He just kind of like kicks a little rock a little bit and says, "I was kind of a gutter rat in New York."
okay, gutter rat I got, but I'm guessing queer means something else, huh?
He goes, oh, oh no, I guess there is a whole kind of thing there, isn't there? Oh, I don't know if I really learned it enough to get into this." He's just kind of like looking a little confused. It's like, I've been living in Gallery for so long. I'm not really sure how that kind of works in that area.
I don't think anybody really does, but I get the metaphor, you know?
So
Finding comfort
so
instead
whoever's
of
like waiting for you on the other side over there, they are they cute?
you wouldn't believe it.
Oh man, do they like
I told
spiders?
you. No, they don't. Sorry. That's
Nobody
gonna be
ever
difficult.
does.
Sure, I got
She also
legs for
doesn't
days.
she's also not really into guys, so I don't think you got much of a choice. You got
I
much of a
got
chance either
7
way.
vaginas.
Maybe more.
Is that
Maybe
a
more.
future spider?
Imagine.
Again, Spider Boy. That's got to be a joke I'm not going to get for another 20 years. Jeez, another 90 years? You're 90 years ahead of me.
It's like, don't you forget it. So don't be in a rush. Well, I mean, some stuff gets better. Some stuff.
Yeah, one would always think it's one would always believe it's kind of gotta.
As you kind of like crest the hill, he goes, "Okay, so not to overly worry you or anything, but
Oh, the god wasn't enough. I'm sorry.
oh no,
The
I mean
friend
it
you
gets
owed a
worse.
favor to. Oh, well, you
Time
keep saying
is
that.
passing here and in the canvas, so you are missing over there. Um, but eh, he kind of like tilts his hand a little bit and says, "Listen, you're kind of stuck in this situation whether you want to be or not. There's gonna be a way to get back there. We'll figure out something once you're ready. I don't think pushing you through a dream right now is really gonna do you much good, especially if it's populated. But
Let me
eventually,
guess. By some kind of nightmares? Are those real here too?
yeah, I mean, I am a giant spider.
Oh boy, I know you're not kidding, are you?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot separating us from what everybody calls a nightmare, except that we talk more and some of us are cute.
Well, I've been called worse. And
Oh no,
I
I
don't
meant
know.
me.
Again,
You got to figure out what you
no.
look like first.
I mean, yeah, probably. Like, is this? Can I just? And she tries to change it a little bit.
It does seem to manipulate. And he says, "Yeah, pretty readily too. Thing is, it won't stick. Whatever you are, that's a thing that you kind of end up with. It's whatever's most comfortable, uses the least energy, situates with. You can mold it a little bit." And he actually turns into a biped for a second as he's walking. It's kind of like when I was falling, right? If it's more convenient, or sometimes we just do this, and he actually turns into like a fully human thing. Again, just kind of looks like a guy in almost like a big bushy like tech wear jacket. Very stylish. Um, uh, piece that he's walking through with these big old shoes. But then morphs back into the kind of spider tar. It says, but eventually you kind of settle into something that just feels the most like you. It's the most expressive, the most easiest to get along with, you know?
No, I get you. I'm not going to be in a rush exactly. It seems like I got a lot of options now.
Mm-hmm.
Still, I don't feel uncomfortable not looking like I used to.
Now pay attention to where your mind decides to take you. Sometimes it'll do it on its own, like in a reflexive moment or when somebody scares you, which I would do if I wasn't so worried about getting my head cut off again.
Okay, I'm sorry that was one time. In my defense.
um, and he kind of grins as you kind of crest the final hill toward your destination. Um, you've come close to the tree line again. You're approaching under the cover of night. Um, as it's kind of settled in, the dawn chorus has subsided. You've got the dusk chorus now, which is just kind of a new set of sounds as the evening comes in, of these beautiful strings and the tinkling of almost like wind chimes in the area as you're looking out over this rather lovely situated village, pretty sizable. Not enormous, but big. There's definitely a reasonable population of people here. There's a little castle kind of in the background. That's probably whoever like lords this land or whatever. And to the edge of it, as you are kind of cresting the tree line here, he puts his hand on up toward the tree, and sort of looks at it funny a little bit, and you can see that there's a web up there with a feather on it that's kind of like spinning in the wind. And he goes, "Huh, hang on, I've got a call." And he kind of reaches
good.
his hand up toward it and blinks for a second and goes, "Oh, wow, busy day. All right. Well, listen, Val. He like takes your hand and says, I think you've got a pretty good head on your shoulders. I don't know what that head's gonna look like in a week, but it's still a pretty good head." He points out toward the village and says, "In there, there's another Kishit just like you. Well, maybe a few days older, but she's new and she's learning. She's learning with a veteran, somebody who's been in this terrain for a long time. Her name's Malachite. Go down
Wait,
there and join her."
right. Kishit? Is that what it's called?
Uh-huh.
Is that what this is?
At least that's
Let me
what
guess,
you
you're not.
are.
Okay. Again, I've been called worse. What are you called?
Tipple. I know it's goofy.
She suppresses a laugh, like a big toothy grinned laugh. Like,
he grins and says, "It's a thing you learn to wear with pride, and then make fun of a lot."
no, that's absolutely. I get it. Sorry. Okay.
He goes, "I'm not really sure who named us. All of them are kind of from different roots, so I think it was whoever we encountered first, but the patrons know the words, so it's useful to keep using them."
No, I get it. When in Rome, it's not a bad word. Kind of like it. So there's somebody else like me down there, huh?
Mm-hmm. Brand new.
Uh,
If the two of you learn together, you'll be in pretty good shape. There's somebody down there who's also another canine, who's a lot more equipped to teach you about yourself than I am. I kind of get yanked around a lot. He kind of yoinks to the web.
I guess it's just your nature, huh?
Yeah, it's what we do.
Well, if you gotta go, it's been a pleasure. I guess I'll say goodbye for now.
He grins and hugs you unprompted. And
She
says,
puts out a hand and then she goes into the hug when it comes.
he laughs and says, "Yeah, for now. I think I'll run into you again. We kind of tend to do that."
Well, good luck, I guess. Thanks for saving my life.
Thanks for not dying. It would have ruined my favor.
Oh, remember you said that. Yeah, okay. I wouldn't have wanted to inconvenience you with the big scary friend of yours.
That's why you're the best. And
Yeah.
he will reach up toward the web and kind of winks a little bit as his mask kind of situates into place and says, "Until we meet again." And just kind of disappears as though drawn into the web and vanishes away. At that moment, on the other end of the web, 5 brand new muses encounter a spider that pops through as they're talking with Harold right outside of a coffee shop.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good. I'm assuming that's where your game started.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. That rules. Okay. Cool.
That's really good.
Real time skip. Nice.
So this entire scene took place about 2-3 weeks in the past, something like that.
Okay.
Since then, Shiloh has gone missing and presumed dead, or unknown because it's very difficult to kill the insects. But had a heroic last stand against Pralisi army at that particular location. They're still looking for him. You have not seen Shiloh since. For the past couple weeks, you've been learning the basics along with Malachite under the tutelage of Nova Benelit that lives in this village. You can advance yourself to level 5. You will all be in this city coming to the next episode.
All right. I would have been happy playing at a lower level too for a session or two. That would have been fine. But yeah, this just to make it easier.
Yeah, I can go through the leveling with you real quick. It's pretty basic. You're just unlocking powers that are already there. The only thing that needs to happen is a thing called Grace, which increases the power of your weapons and gives you more wounds.
Okay, cool.
But other than that, you can just check the character sheet at the very back of the book, and it will let you know what you've got at that level.
Character sheet at the back of the book.
Yeah, at the back of the
We
Muse
can.
book, there's a little character sheet, but also I can just go through it with you later if you want.
Yeah, let's do it later.
Okay. Um,
I know is 6 o'clock our end time.
yeah, I need to go grab my kiddo and stuff relatively soon.
Okay.
I've still got some time here, but this is a good place to kind of wrap it for now. But yeah, you guys are all arriving at this village at the beginning of next session, and Valentine has been here with another Kishit and the Ova Benelit that he was just talking about for the past several weeks, just learning the ropes and getting better at stuff, fighting local monsters.
Oh man, doing some
Nice.
background leveling. Nice.
Yeah. Also, probably finally getting to the point that you feel like you can successfully traverse back to the canvas, which you have been absent from for some time. So you're probably chomping at the bit, which that'll be a
Yeah,
little
definitely.
motivator.
Cool. Okay, I can work with that. Nice.
Huzzah!
That was fun. Thank you. Thanks for letting me do that solo. But I suppose everybody does that at the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, we did a
Yay.
little bit. Normally, I would hop back and forth, but you've been, patiently watching for 3 episodes. You can have a little solo time.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Strongly agree.
I appreciate it. I'll still probably be a little clueless on purpose when I get to the rest of the party, just so I can have those interactions, because those will be fun.
Yeah.
Even though I've spent 2 weeks, maybe, there's certain things I didn't absorb.
Well, at
Not
the only
level-wise, but
people
just
that you've
like
had
concepts.
contact with is somebody else who's brand new. And
Right.
also one person is more veteran, but also has like a rather busy, client list, so she's not necessarily holding your hand all the time.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Any chance I could do something before we get to the village?
Yeah, what did you want to do?
I was gonna call on Lace.
Yeah. I probably don't have time to do it now, but we can do it before you get to the village.
Ah,
Well, what do you want to do? What's the favor?
he wants to ask if she can bring Kevin back and make him real.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we can go through that now. I think there'll be enough time. You get to the other side of the portal and you kind of stop for a second and summon this favor up. And it takes a little time to kind of actually no, it doesn't take much time at all because Lace was already here waiting for this idol to show up. So almost immediately once this forest clears, the mouth of Lace will kind of appear up from the churn. And there is a kind of almost dancing motion to it as it goes success.
I was like, yeah, they did it. We helped.
And it will look at you and says, "A favor is asked of this one."
It's like I met a guy in that dream who is a dream, part of the dream, and he was killed, but he wanted to come here. Can you bring him back to life and make him real?
This one does not understand real.
Mm, uh, Flip. Like a normal person who isn't from a dream.
All people are from dreams.
When he was in the dream, when he would go home, he would turn into a placeholder.
There's a kind of like twirl that takes place as Lace contemplates this and attempts to kind of like put it into terminology that it understands. It says this one comprehends your meaning.
It's like I want him to be able to have a life, a real life.
Lace again kind of rotates and says, "Your favor can be granted."
It's like, really?
This one would not lie.
It's like, well, no, it's just I've tried like so many different things and I've been told no at every turn.
Is this what you wish?
Yes.
There is a kind of like rippling that goes through the patron, and then its body
Just
just
like
kind of go on.
I was like as he was, just before he died.
There's a rippling that kind of goes through the patron, and then it kind of shudders into pieces and falls apart as various like foam and flotsam to the ground, and all you hear left on the wind is "Thy favor granted."
Where is he?
No, there's nobody else to ask anymore.
I look around.
Is that present? He's presumably alive.
Just like I didn't specify I wanted him here, did I? Now I gotta sort this shit out.
On the upside, y'all did kind of have a reason to go back there at some point anyway, because somebody else wants to teach whatever people how to sing more. So
Yeah.
We gotta go back. We gotta clear out that nightmare.
Ambrose will make a way wand back to that place.
Thank you, Ambrose.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
y'all might want to pencil that down because you can go to different places with it. This
Yeah.
is your opportunity to record a Waywand entry of that dream.
Ooh.
I will do that as well.
What do you all pick for your little landmarks?
Mine is going to be the McDonald's.
Mine is the choir building.
Okay.
Mine is the place where we play basketball during lunch.
You know the really classic like little board game marker things?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, one of those.
Nice.
Oh,
Little
that's good.
In no small parts because that's a really easy shape to draw.
classic
Yeah.
meals. Y'all can scribble these entries in and get them set down so that you're reasonably certain that you will be able to get back to this place on entry.
Awesome.
And then head off toward the land of the future.
Yay.
Yo,
Thank you for the session. I mean, I had a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really
just
good.
remember to all, you still don't know where Jean-Luc is or his whereabouts. He was looking pretty bad the last time you saw him trapped in a mirror.
Yeah, I'm very worried about him. Don't worry, I've not forgotten.
just reminding folks of that particular plot hook. But congratulations on
Wow.
surviving your first dream.
Wow, Emmy,
Figure that
bury
out.
your gays already?
I have so many to choose from.
So many to bury.
Oh man,
Trouble.
I don't know. You're kind of starting from underground to start with, so the work's already kind of done.
Yeah.
Ah, good lord, nice.
All right, huzzah!
Oh. Huzzah! Thank you, Emmy.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah,
love
thanks a whole
you.
bunch. It's great. I can't wait to play with the rest of y'all next week.
Yeah, excited to have you.
Yeah,
lots
thanks
and
for
lots
letting
of
me be
fun.
part of it. Hopefully, I won't disappoint.
You won't.